The jewelry store and tell them make me a grill.
There are no complainers. There's no bitches.
After the draft, there can't. What Dan Henning say after the draft? There can't be any.
Complainers. There's no bitches.
Exactly. I want to thank Jeff Ireland, Miami Dolphins general manager, Jermaine O'Neal, the Miami Heat center, and Vontae Davis, the Dolphins' #1 pick, for joining us this morning. We are out of time. Neil Rogers is coming up next. It's 10 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody.
The views expressed on the previous programs are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not reflect those of the BZ Broadcast Group, its staff, advertisers, or agencies. No. You're listening to South Florida Sports Radio.
560
So where's that new morning show across the street? Who's on this morning? Let's find out.
Who? What?
Across the street.
Where?
560 WQAM presents the Neil Rogers
Where's
Show.
that highly touted new morning show, huh?
Dial 5670560 in Dade and Broward. In other counties, call toll-free 877-785-560 WQAM.
All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
Because of SARS, I don't go out at all. I spend all day indoors, cause I don't wanna die from SARS. Because of SARS, I bought a surgical mask. I look like Michael Jackson, but it's better than catching SARS. Because of SARS, every time my nose runs, I call my doctor, and he tells me I don't have SARS. I'm dying over here. Because of SARS, I cry all the time. Now my throat's kind of raw. Oh my God, does that mean I have SARS?
Oh, yeah, the swine flu is coming, baby. We're all going to be dead soon.
I'm dying over here.
10:02 at 560 WQM. The only reason I'm even here today?
Yeah.
Rexall Cough Assist.
Okay.
Herbal cough drops. Now, ordinarily, I'm one of those people that doesn't buy generic store brands, you know, like Eckerd's Save Your Life pills or anything like that.
Right.
But I just looked at these, and it's got all kinds of herbal stuff in it. With no what you call it?
Crap?
Sorbitol? Yeah, no crap. And because yesterday morning I couldn't speak a lick. I couldn't lick it. I couldn't speak it. I was like, blah, blah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I got these, and these are great. And I've been sucking on these for 2 days, and listen how great I sound.
Wow.
I mean, the flu
Almost
part,
human.
that part is going. I mean, I did have, and maybe still do have, like a touch of the flu. Not that one. No fever, no puking.
The swine flu?
The Schweinhund flu. There's Dr. Sanjay Gupta with his face mask in Mexico City.
Recommending masks.
Put the mask
About
on,
4
Doc.
million of these have been made available here in Mexico City. They're starting to...
I think one of the solutions is everybody stop going to Mexico. Save your life in more ways than one. People getting butchered going there. And now we got the Schweinhund flu. It's a good diversion, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
From
the fact that everybody's out of work and nobody can get any money.
Oh, I thought that's what the draft was.
The NFL draft, that's a good diversion from everything. You better not start mocking the draft, mister. You're going to be in deep doo-doo.
Whoa,
and speaking of deep doo-doo, Norma Kent called me last night. He's got his big meeting with Joe Bell today.
Yeah.
That ought to be, talk about a meeting of the minds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So the fake Tom Jicka is all breathless about the Big O and Jimmy Syphilitic getting into it over the weekend. I'm surprised that maybe there was nobody listening to that wall-to-wall draft coverage. Either that or maybe we got nobody listening to us. We'll find out on Thursday when the book comes out. The book is out Thursday. Aren't you excited?
Yes, I am.
And we still don't have any resolution. In fact, I shouldn't mention this to Norma last night, but he's useless. About when the ratings are every month, you know, when that new measurement that we can't mention on the air starts.
Right.
The PP measurement.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the Big O does when they go to that NFL Combine. They do the PP measurement. Who measures up?
Yeah.
So the fake Tom Jicka writes, subject, Jimmy Syphilis and Big O on the air spat. During Saturday's draft, Jimmy Syphilitic decided to admonish the Big O on the air. I think I sounded better on Friday than I do today, didn't I?
About the same.
Was it?
Remember, you sounded better as the day went on.
Yesterday I sounded great after I started sucking on these cough assist drops. And I thought, well, I'm out of the woods. And the eye stuff stopped. My pink eye is gone.
Good.
And my snot is all pretty much dried up. Jimmy took exception to Orlando bringing up personal character issues with the Dolphins' #1 pick, Vontae Davis. It turned into an on-the-air yelling match when Jimmy further admonished Orlando for talking over him and quipped, "Don't shout over me, I'll shout right back. I'm one of the best screamers, trust me."
You fairy.
Oh, he's a screamer, all right, that Jimmy. Orlando's comeback, "At least I don't work for the team, don't wear a dress, and carry pink pom-poms. It was shocking," says the fake Tom Jicka. Tom follows it up with this. Joe Rose says Big O got too carried away. Earlier he said WQAM should remove Orlando from the show, and he belongs with D.A. and Captain Curtis. Rose, Mandich, and Syphilis seemed annoyed by Orlando during the broadcast. Well, why wouldn't they be annoyed by
Rock solid.
him, huh? Isn't everybody else annoyed by him?
I'm not.
I'm not either, because I don't have nothing to do with him. Well, that's pretty interesting, and I'm really surprised there's only one from the fake Tom Jicka. And where's the news about who did the mornings across the street this morning?
I'll go ask somebody in the hall.
Yeah, go ask somebody who might know about it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Flea didn't come running in there and say, "Oh, the PD did it again." Steve White, or whatever his name is. Is that his name?
Yeah, I guess.
God. Oh, Adam Oshmuck? You were sick last week. Paco and his people are Mexican. Don't die, okay? Well, Paco hasn't been in Mexico in 5 years, so I really don't think he's carrying the Schweinhund flu. Paco and his people are Mexican. That's right. All Mexicans are unclean. Stay away. You're an idiot, Adam. Stay in Kitchener-Waterloo, please. Dow's down 48 points. But all they're talking about is the...
Difficult for a lot of people living here already.
Schweinhund flu. Remember the bird flu? They got everybody all whipped up about that?
Yep.
And in China, all those filthy turkeys and chickens and stuff. Ducks. Here's the poll from the weekend. This poll went over like halava in goy heaven. It just didn't work. It was a bad poll.
Don't know
the
why.
family member I least ever want to see again or have anything to do with in another life is 704 votes is all we got. Because the very premise of another life, how are you going to see somebody in another life when you have no eyes and no brain and no heart and no blood? Huh?
All of these
There you
things.
go again, heathen.
Ex-spouses 201, wins hands down your pants. In-laws 90, cousin 63, father 54, brother 42, uncle 36, a pet 31, sister 31, an aunt or aunt 30. Oh, Aunt Tilly said, yeah, aunt my ass. Stepmother 29, spouse 25, mother 24, a grandparent 18, stepfather 14, stepsister 9, and stepbrother 7. Pretty weak. Pretty weak. So who did mornings over there this morning?
I don't know.
Well, what's going on?
I don't know.
Usually Fleet comes running in there and says, "Oh, the PD did it again."
Maybe he's busy. He's only got 5 jobs, you know.
He's going to be having 6 when he takes your job.
Right.
Rest assured, though, Norma Kant's got your back. Yeah, I knew that would cheer you up.
Oh, yeah.
Steve White was on again this morning. Armando Salguero is on at 10 a.m. Armando Salguero. Wow. Oh, this is the fake Barry Jackass. I was at the stadium this weekend. Jimmy and Orlando did get into it on the air. It got pretty ugly. Wow. It got pretty ugly. How come we're not getting 1,000 spy reports about that? We had an on-the-air brawl this weekend during our big DAF coverage. Huh?
A brouhaha.
I think that at least that's some excitement.
Yeah.
More exciting than all this other crap that's going on.
They should have promoted it. I might have even tuned in for that.
Yeah, I would have listened to it. I'd have come in and taped it. We could have played it over and over and over again. Would have been a lot of fun. Schweinhund flu, baby. That's all they're talking about.
Hospitals can now ratchet up the testing. Hospitals also know that if somebody does test positive for influenza A, then their sample should go down to the CDC, which is...
Now we're on to him. We know that Neil's got the Schweinhund flu. Keep him there. I might have to stay here if that package doesn't show up. I got more stress, more different things going on, and none of them turn out well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they do, but it's just... too much damn stress. Stress kills, especially when you're in old diabetes. Not good. And the amount of stuff that I got from the email over the whole weekend, I guess they were all, glued to the draft, wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I imagine.
Well, let me mention one other sports thing. Rangers, talk about folding and choking. Oh, my God. That Lundqvist, he couldn't stop a bowling ball rolled from 50,000 feet away by a dead Thurman Munson. I bet you were glued to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I didn't miss a minute.
I mean, you don't care about the draft. You don't care about the Stanley Cup, the playoffs.
No.
What kind of a guy are you?
A busy guy.
Are you busy?
Yes.
I know a lot of people who are busy. Anyway, it's 10 past 10 at QAM. What's the schedule look like today? Well, we got the Big O back.
Rock solid.
2 to 4. You can call him up and say, gee, what about you and Jimmy Syphilitic? Jimmy Mandage 4 to 7. Dolphin tonight 7 to 8 when radios all across South Florida go into the off position. And then 8 to 11 DA tries to follow that. Good luck, DA. You'll need it. When's he getting screwed over?
Any minute now, I imagine.
Neil's Half Price Deals are back, and this week we feature $50 certificates for half price to Chef Pete Lombard's newest creation, Pete's Tuscan Hibachi Grill in Parkland. Located right next door to Pete's Cafe Bellicera.
Rated Neil, God.
I'm making me some more chamomile tea. You think it'll help?
All right. No.
Can't hurt.
Celebrities on the dance floor always makes her drool. Of course I'm dragged into that action like a fool. It's more for women, guys don't watch it as a rule. Monday and Tuesday she is glued to the TV, and she insists I watch those personalities. Frankly, the whole thing is as boring as can be. If I don't watch some, then I won't get none. She makes me watch Dancing with the Stars. She makes me watch Dancing with the Stars. I'd rather be with my friends at the bar.
Oh, that's it?
Hey, what more do you want?
Well, I'm just getting ready to toss out the tea bag. Oh, it's a tea bag party, and they all got the Schweinhund flu. One moment, please.
Sure.
Oh. You said it best. Waxing and waning. That's how these things go.
Yep.
When you have this crud.
It fakes you out. You think, oh,
Comes
I'm
and
over
it goes
it.
to the, oh, it's all gone.
Yeah.
I'll wake up in the morning. I'll be 100%. And
Right.
guess what?
Surprise.
No. Like you said.
Yeah, it was just regrouping.
It was regroping?
Yeah.
Look at these. Whoa. Orlando was sitting. Here's a picture, a photo from the draft show. And the Big O was sitting next to Jimmy Syphilitic. Jimmy, look at her. She's looking like an old lady, Jimmy Syphilitic, with that. Looks like a white wig. Oh, my God. You got to be schmitting me. Anyway, that's not too interesting. Here's the poll. Which of these people would make you vomit and hurl the fastest if you saw them shirtless in a Speedo? Don't you think it's a little bit long, that poll question?
Yeah, but whatever.
365 vote. Rush Limbaugh, 144. Hank Goldberg, the humper, 53. Man Coulter, 31. Jim DeFetus, he got my vote.
Me too.
I mean, he made me gag and want to vomit with his clothes on.
I mean, let's be honest now.
Oh, my God.
We got some fat asses on this poll here, but nothing comes close to that.
Jim DeFetus, 28 votes. Should have 1 million. Larry King, 24. Barney Fagg, 15. Michael Moore, 15. Don Imus, 11. William the Refrigerator Perry, he's illin', 9. I can't imagine why. Mo Howard David, 9. Wayne Heisinger, 7. Old Pockmark. Ellen DeGenerate, 7. I saw about 2 minutes by accident of her show on Friday, I think.
Yeah, and you're still
and
here?
she's like Rachel Maddow used to be, although I guess Rachel finally they forced her to put on some makeup. What is it with these pasty dykes who don't want to wear any makeup?
I think that answers itself, doesn't it?
They want to look like pasty dykes?
Most men don't want to wear any makeup. Most of us.
Oh. Al Sunshine, 6. When I was down there, I saw Al Sunshine waving his ham hocks.
And
And it looks like somebody put a bicycle pump at the back of his neck and blew his head up. His head, he looks like the humper now.
It's very red.
His head is as big as Hank's.
He's red-faced.
What is it?
He's red-faced.
Yeah. Howard Sperm, 5. Dave Game, 5. Anybody remember him? And Kimba Bocamper, none. No votes for the Kimba Meister. He's too boring. I really have my doubts I'm going to make it till 2 o'clock today. What do you think?
I think you will.
You think I will?
I think you're a
You
super.
think I better? Is that what you're trying to say? You
I think
better?
that tea will,
I'm drinking the tea right now. Listen.
I think it'll queer your head right up.
God, that's hot. Oh. It won't do anything.
It'll feel good.
Oh, it's good stuff. Chamomile. I put some Splenda in there. The Splenda's about like 10 years old.
Sounds splendid.
It is. Well, you got to sweeten the tea. You can't drink like regular straight tea. Oh.
No, it's got to be a little gay.
I should have forwarded you that picture of Jimmy Syphilitic into the Big O. Jimmy is looking like an old lady with a bad white piece. Hey, Jimmy.
You fairy.
Wow. She's looking bad. Maybe it was that wine business that went south. So what did Henry Barrow have to say?
Bada boop, bada beep. He was just checking in, saying hi, say hi to you, listen to the show all the time.
Well, how come he doesn't send me a thing? He sends it to you. What am I, chopped liver?
Maybe he doesn't think you care to hear from him.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I'll tell him, hey, Henry, send Neil an email.
Because he's buddies with Jimmy Syphilitic? Is that a good enough reason?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to bother you.
Let me ask you something. How many packages, letters, parcels a year do you think that the average post office loses? Like U.S. Post, Canada Post?
Thousands.
Yeah. And what do you do then?
You go F yourself.
Is that it?
Pretty much.
Not good.
No.
But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it.
Good.
Randy's back beginning today. Yeah, here's a bulletin like we don't know about this. Following the Pigman. She's not back today. What are you talking about? She's on May 11th, I think she starts again. Who sent me this crap? Di? Yeah, Di Dianu. WIOD is not going to put her on. So if you want to hear her when the show starts, which I think it's May 11th on Premiere, you'll have to listen to the stream.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to print these out.
Okay.
I'm going to print these out because my glasses are filthy and I can't read them. Here's another picture. Why do I want all these pictures, Barry Jackass? Mandich and Joe Rose and this one and that one. Well, I've seen them before, okay? Although the one of Jimmy Syphilis was really revealing. God, she looking bad. I mean, I know we all get old and gray, but Jesus, God. His hair is like shocking white. How come it is that some people, their hair turns gray, and some people, their hair turns pure white?
I don't know. One of those things.
Well, haven't you ever wondered about that?
Not for long.
Something to worry about. As you know,
it should be my biggest problem.
I inherited this trait from my mother, Gloom and Doom Millie. And so every time something is amiss, like this missing package, you know, that I've been tracking and it says it was delivered and it's nowhere to be found in this building, I just freak out.
Sure.
Gloom and Doom.
Sure. Especially something like that.
Oh, so in other words, you don't think I'm overreacting?
No.
Oh, well, let's not go into it. Que sera, sera. Life goes on. Ray says, now, I'm sorry I actually did things this weekend instead of keeping my ear to the radio all weekend to the draft coverage. If your crash crew of assistants could dig up a tape of the on-air squabble between Big O and Jimmy, that would be quite entertaining. However, if you're going to do that, I suggest it be done soon because certainly any minute now, Fat-Ass Jolly Joe will forbid the playing of the tiff on the air. No, he won't. As Mo would say, I'm listening. I mean, other than certain comedy bits, have they ever prohibited the playing of any tiff or any bizarre thing on the air?
Not that I can recall. Not this regime.
No, plus Fat-Ass Jolly Joe, he's busy with Norma Kent today. They're doing it. They're having their big meet. PR Ralph says, I was driving around working, and I put it on just in time. He is correct. And Joe Rose was also going at it with a big O, and Mad Dog was quiet as a church mouse. If you want it, it was during the 7 p.m. time. You can hear it. They were arguing about a draft pick. Who cares? So it says, so syphilis is a screamer. Yeah, so Jimmy comes on and says, I'm a screamer. How do you like that?
You fairy.
Wow. I think that would be front page news in the Herald and the Scum Sentinel. Not in this market, though. Not in this horseball town. They don't have enough reporters to cover the good stuff. They got Ethan Skolnick, who's worried that nobody's talking about how his bowel movements smell real bad. Mike says, are you doing a Kentucky Derby show this week? Hope you feel better. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we are Thursday. Are you going to set it up with Dave for Thursday?
I will. I'll call him today.
Because Friday I ain't going to be here. I think I'll call in sick right now and just take the whole week off.
Slacker.
Drink a lot of tea. What?
Huh? I said, how's it going, eh?
No, you didn't. You said slacker?
I might have said something like that, yeah.
This thing just knocks the crap out of you. And it's not the Schweinhund flu either. But I think it is just your ordinary pedestrian flu. And since this is flu season, can you imagine how many zillions of people are just going to have the regular flu or a bad cold and going to think, oh, I'm dying, I got the Schweinhund flu. Can you imagine?
A couple?
Thousands. Gazillions. Oh, they're taking the swine flu precautions in China. Yeah, they're washing off the dog before they cook it.
Well, that's good. That's a step up.
One thing about the Chineman, man, very, very, very antiseptically clean. Not. God, the stuff that they do and the stuff that they eat. Now, why is that? Is it a cultural thing? That
I don't know. The Japanese are meticulous to a fault.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
They don't stop washing themselves or anything over the course of the day. They're just washing it continuously.
I'll be damned.
And cleaning it.
Well, they got that big Pacific Ocean there. They can just jump right in it. Here's one that says, Rich Waltz blows. Hey, Neil, have you ever heard Rich Waltz call a ball game? I'm the one who said he sounds like a little kid. Isn't that what I've always said about him, the guy that does the Marlins? Oh, speaking of the Marlins, how are they doing? Oh, not so good. Rangers. Marlins have lost 6 in a row, and they don't just lose anymore. Like yesterday was 13-2, and nobody shows up. No matter who they're playing, nobody shows up now. They're like, what, not even 20 games into the season, and already everybody's given up. Oh, they got that new stadium coming in a couple of years. We'll wait till then. Call us when it's ready. Isn't that how it works? Call us when it's ready next door to my house.
Right, call us when the party starts.
Yeah, that's right. Call me when the party started. That's right. He made his bones while Michael was banging cheerleaders. And then they changed it to dating cheerleaders in the expurgated version.
I got a spy report, by the way.
Yes?
Darrow sent an email out to all the producers saying to talk to him before playing any part of the argument because there was a part that he didn't want on the air.
A part saying what?
Okay, I don't know. You're up to my level of information.
So how do you like that? I was wrong. They are panicky about playing that. It was on the air.
Probably the part where somebody said something about the Dolphins. I'm just guessing. Isn't that what they panic about around here?
No.
No?
Yes. I don't know.
If you don't have your tongue way out there, they get all panicky.
Have you ever heard Rich Waltz call a ball game? It says he is without a doubt the worst broadcaster of any kind I've ever heard. It's like a 10-year-old boy is talking with absolutely no knowledge of the game. The a-hole geek David Sampson should remove him now, it says. He's not removing anybody. They probably love him. He's right up their alley, Sally. Rich Waltz, another Bush League make-believe broadcaster. Oh, it's a high-fly ball. I don't have enough voice to be imitating anybody. So who the hell am I to talk? Pretty soon I'm going to start sounding like Geldy. Here's somebody who went to the draft party. I'm going to print this out. I'm printing them all out because my vision is a little bit blurry from my flu, or maybe I'm just going blind or whatever. Brandon says, on my way to work today, I saw this guy riding a bike wearing a mask. I suppose he's worried that the air blowing in his face while he was riding had the virus. That's right. It's in the air everywhere. There's something in the air, baby. Oh, B. Arthur dropped dead. I thought I saw that on the news, and I looked, and my good buddy Boz Florida, who sends me all the obits, he hasn't sent me nothing. B. Arthur croaked.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yeah, they were eulogizing her all weekend and this morning. Well, not all weekend. I think it was
all weekend this morning?
Yesterday is when I saw it.
What the hell am I doing? Didn't we miss the break?
Not yet, we didn't.
We could.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's Sports Leader.
Jimmy Johnson.
If you've got a franchise quarterback, you do whatever it takes to keep him on your football team, to keep him happy, to make sure that he understands that he's the guy.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Well, almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. We have Joe Rose, we have Jim Mandich, and we have Kim Bokamper.
A football town, your football station.
And South Florida's sports leader.
560 QAM.
Neil God.
New at GM, the groundbreaking bankruptcy 0% finance deal of a lifetime. Get a sleek new 2009 GM car for 0% financing. Pay for only 3 months, then our credit department will be wiped clean along with your debt. And the car will be yours to keep. The new GM bankruptcy 0% finance deal. We're all going under, so lose the ethics and come grab some great while the inventory lasts.
All right. 10:34 at 560 WQAM. See how much better I sound from this chamomile tea?
Yeah, you do.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Well, now I got a headache. Oh.
Great.
I'm going back to bed. B. Arthur dead at 86. Kenny Grammer sent this to me. I'll tell you one thing, man. This audience is very, very... I think they're all buying their face masks. Don't you think that's where they might be?
Sure.
And now that they're seeing it on TV, everybody and their brother's going to run out and get a face mask. They're going to be running the streets screaming...
I'm dying over here.
From the Schweinhund flu. Pretty weak on these emails this morning. Very bad start, especially when I got no voice. This is what they do to me. If they were nice, which they're not, but if they were nice, I'd have like 1,000 emails on there. Oh, yeah. Steve from Vegas says, even though Brian Murray, that idiot, say Ray Whitney is too small, a goal and 3 assists, the Marlins were the TBS national game yesterday. They announced the crowd at 20,000. Jamie Moyer made them look foolish with that 60-mile-an-hour heater. 60 miles an hour. You could roll it that fast. But anyway, yeah, Ray Whitney, the Razor. What was the final score of that game? They were ahead 2-0 when I went to bed. Carolina. Nothing could be finer than to win in Carolina. It appears that Israel wants to make the swine flu kosher, says Ken. Hope you get over the tail end of your flu. Oh, this is a long... They got the Rebbe there. He's got the stethoscope. He's got 4 pounds of kishki in his pocket. Oh, he must smell really bad by now. Deputy Health Minister says another Israeli who returned from Mexico Sunday was admitted after exhibiting signs of deadly flu. They urge reporters to refer to the virus as the Mexican flu rather than the swine flu. Health official says we have enough pills to treat millions. Well, thank God for that. Let's everybody get a mask and get some pills. Don't you think that's a good plan?
Great. I'll start on the pills.
Get a mask, get some pills.
I've already got a mask. I'll go get some pills today.
Too late for B. Arthur. She's dead. She was 86. That sure is hell old enough for that old bitch. I never liked her, to be honest with you.
No?
You don't like anybody. No, she always, to me, she was typecast. She was always Maud, you know?
Right.
Which was not a very pleasant character.
No. By design, I imagine.
Right. But I'm just saying, every time I saw her, I thought of her in that role. I thought, fat.
Oh, and then there's Maud.
Golden Girls star B. Arthur died this morning in L.A. She was 86. It says this is actually a bit of a shock. Not that 86 is young, but she always seemed healthy and spry, even in the last few years doing her stage show and guest starring on various TV shows and endless specials. Who wrote this crap? Bob Sassone. The other day I listed my favorite TV shows of all time, and I really should have included the Golden Girls on the list. He said, boy, he must not watch much TV. For a TV writer?
Yeah.
This was a consistently funny, clever, entertaining sitcom. Golden Girls. You watch that show?
Excuse me. Are you talking to me?
A classic, really spawning a lot of great liners and situations. It was also a breeding ground for some writers and producers who had become famous for other projects, including Mark Cherry and Mitchell Hurwitz. It's still a very special show to me, says Bob. I used to find myself up at 1 a.m. watching several episodes on Lifetime. Oh, talk about...
I have no line.
It's no Matlock or Murder, She Wrote, but, it's still got its moments.
Murder, She Wrote.
Lord.
Oh. Beside the Golden Girls, Arthur starred in Maude, Dave's World. He puts Maude in here like an afterthought. Studio One, Kraft TV Theater, Caesar's Hour, and great performances. She also had a memorable guest role on Malcolm in the Middle as Dewey's babysitter. Maude. She's dead, 86. That's old enough. I think 66 is old enough. I just want to tell you.
I'm dying over here.
If this thing would just go, you ever have a cold and it settled in your throat? You know what that means?
Yeah.
That's what this one's done. It's settled in my throat. Which is not so bad unless you have to talk for a living. Then it's annoying. Did you find the clip there?
I have a clip. I'm auditioning it now to see if this is the one. If we have a more exact time from any of the good people in the audience.
Well, your friend P.R. Ralph said it was 7 o'clock Saturday. Now let me ask you this.
PM?
I'm
guessing. Okay.
Yes.
Knowing nothing about this.
Let me ask you this. How come Clarence didn't send you the same email so that if we play it, he's not going to come back and say, oh, well, I told you, blah, 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 blah. He didn't tell us anything.
I guess we're allowed. That's why I didn't get it.
No, I guess we don't count.
Right. So.
Schmuck.
So here we go.
So that's where we are in the NFL draft. The Dolphins.
I don't know if this is the segment that has.
I can barely hear it.
That's just as well because I don't know if this is the segment. That
Crank it up.
I'm going. You want to just play it?
Coming up a little
this
bit
is the
later
7 p.m.
On. Remember, they've got.
You're talking over it. How the hell are we going to hear it?
Hey, stop talking over me. I can scream louder than you, streamer.
Let's see. At number 56 is their next pick. Am I correct? Go?
Yes.
Yeah.
44.
I'm sorry. 44.
44. Then 56.
It's going to be very boring if this isn't the segment.
Selection was the trade for Jason Taylor with the Washington Redskins. So the Dolphins have already filled a need, getting a quarterback in Illinois. Defensive back Vontae Davis. And when you look at the rest
they don't
of
start
the
fighting any
AFC
minute now. I'm going to
East,
follow
you can easily see why Miami decided to go with the quarterback. Davis, the selection, and just the second quarterback, Big O, taken in this draft?
Yes. Remember, Jimmy, you got to deal with Randy and T.O. 4 times a year.
Right.
You need some corners.
Well, you also have Wes Welker, and you've got Evans as well, so you've got...
But I'm just saying those big receivers that you have to deal with.
Yeah, but you've got to be able to cover. And the problem I always see with New England, they like to spread you out. And if you've got to dedicate 3 or 4 people outside on the football inside, and they just beat you up.
And by the way, Vontae's talented enough that he can even play.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you listen to it on audition while we do the break?
That's kind of what I thought I would do.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
I might still be awake when we come back.
Later, 560 QAM.
MONDAYSUCKS. Hi, everybody. It's Britney Spears with an all-new blog update. So, my new song is doing well. In fact, let me turn on the radio here to see if it's on.
All right, that was Britney Spears with her new #1 song, climbing the charts with a bullet. I got to admit, good singing for a gal with her hanging out. Weather and sports coming up next.
Wow, I have another #1 song? Awesome. Oh, excuse me. Hello?
Britney, hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Listen, I have something I want to tell you.
What?
You're hanging out.
You know what? Your reception is bad. It sounds like you said my tushy is fanging out. Call me back when you got better reception, okay?
I'll do that.
All right. Oh, you know what would be fun? I'm going to open up another internet window and look myself up on Google Earth. Let's see. Type in my address. Wow! There I am sitting on my patio. Cool. It looks like my hanging out again. Well, I guess it's time for another round of clothes shopping. TTYL, y'all.
Yeah, TTYT. 1046, 14 before 11 at 560, WQAM. So what did you find?
Nothing yet. I keep getting conflicting reports about what time, so at this point I've got about an hour's worth of show to fast forward through. But more importantly than that, Joe Bell wants to know why you're taking Friday off, and I said I don't know the actual reason, so I'd ask. I'm asking.
Personal day.
Okay.
In lieu of all the Jewish holidays that I don't take off?
Okay.
Personal travel day. Got it?
I got it.
What did he say to you?
He didn't. He sent Lee in here to find out. And I think the question was, why is Neil taking Friday off?
And the answer is?
You just gave it. I didn't know.
Rudy says, why syphilis is at WQM during the draft broadcast? Does he still work for the rival station WIOD? That's what I was asking last week. That's a very good question, Rudy. It's a better question than why is Neil taking off Friday? See, remember what I told you last week about being sick and missing a couple of days sick?
Yep.
And knowing ahead of time that I was going to have to take off on Friday. And I knew it wouldn't be long. Oh, he's missing too much time. What's going on with me? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I told you.
They're going to start docking your pay.
Yeah. It's going to have a minus in front of it pretty soon. So why is Jimmy Syphilis on our broadcast? That's a good question. Yeah, he does the Dolphin game on his station. But shouldn't that be sufficient? Couldn't he just do the play-by-play on the Dolphin games, and that would be enough intrusion on our airwaves since he works for the enemy? But like we said last week, when it's the sports fraternity, man, they all huddle together, and that's just the way it works. Oh, here's one from Jimmy Syphilis. You ready?
I couldn't be readier.
I had Manny monitor you this morning and heard your disparaging remarks about me. I'm sick and tired of the it says stick and tired. I'm sick and tired of the unprofessionalism at WQAM with you, George, and Orlando Alsequiri especially. Orlando had no business bringing innuendo about someone's private life on the air. He has never played the game, knows nothing other than what others tell him. He is not a professional, and I refuse to do another broadcast with him. Believe me, the organization is well aware of this. Jimmy, the organization is well aware of this. Sounds pretty hostile to me, doesn't it? And, of course, it's not from him. It's from Jimmy Syphilis.
Right.
Little hostility brewing there. And this is what happens when you get a guy who's not part of our family. He's not part of the dysfunctional WQM family. Michael says, went to the draft party. What a collection of geeks, losers, and reprobates. And that was just the QAM staff. Just kidding.
No,
just kidding, he says. There was some guy who looked like he was homeless standing right in front of the stage. He had on a merino jersey that looked like it was from Danny's rookie season. The numbers were all but worn off. I was wondering which caller he was. Listening in West Palm, Michael. Collection of geeks, losers, and retrobates. How do you like that? Think he's exaggerating a little bit?
No.
You know, that's one thing I'll say about IOD. Well, there are many things I could say about that. But like when I had my vacations, you know, many a time, especially when I'd be going like to Europe and things like that, to give myself like a little extra time. Remember, I would take off the previous Friday.
Right.
And then the whole following week.
Mm-hmm.
And they never said a word.
Well, a lot of things were different then and there.
Oh, yeah.
Like they cared about ratings
Here we've got this era of hostility. And Joe Bell wants to know this, and Joe Bell can kiss my fat, pimply ass. How do you like that? I'm here, can barely speak. I'm drinking tea, sucking up cough drops like they're going out of style. And this mother-scratching fat ass wants to know why I'm not going to be on Friday?
Slacker.
Yeah. How are you and him getting along? Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I think the fact that Norma Kent is there today is going to stir up a whole...
Oh, yeah, I can just see that meeting. Yeah.
What?
I can just see that meeting.
Well, he'll get you all straightened out.
Oh, yeah.
Like he always does?
Uh-huh.
Hasn't Norma done a hell of a job for you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hear that contract of yours is absolutely...
rock solid. Oh, yeah, that's what I heard. He had nothing to do with it.
Who?
Norm.
He didn't?
No.
Well, maybe that's why you got it.
Maybe.
And maybe that's why it's so weak and one-sided.
The contracts that he did have anything to do with were also
weak and one-sided.
Sure.
Well, what do you expect?
Two people that can't stand you negotiating your future. It's just a wonderful thing.
Are you saying that Norma Kent doesn't like you?
He doesn't like me, but the feeling's mutual, so it's all right.
How do you know that?
I can
This
feel
is
it.
news to me.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No.
Wow.
What do we have to base that assumption on?
That I took a shot at him on the air and he went all ape crap like years ago, as if.
Oh, I forgot. I've had a lot of things happen in my life.
I didn't say anything
then.
that wasn't true. It's just,
Larry King, the fake Larry King, says, get Jimmy Syphilis off QAM, coma-inducing, bring back Bill Zimfer. Sounds like a good idea, Larry. It's not going to happen, though. The sports fraternity, the trifecta, they're joined at the hip. And even if they weren't, they sure as hell ain't going to say nothing about each other, are they? No. You'll notice, and of course, Jimmy must resent the Big O because the Big O never played the game. The jocks, I'm sure, resent any non-jock broadcasters. See, once upon a time, they were like great sportscasters. And now they're just dumb ex-jocks who are semi-literate, incoherent, boring, ponderous, weak, embarrassing, humiliating, degrading, like that. And then every now and then we get a broadcaster thrown in there who, for whatever reason, may be a little bit lackluster too. It's the South Florida syndrome. So now, are you telling me that we're going to have a contretemps about whether I'm going to be here or not on Friday?
I don't know what we're going to have. Ask Norm.
No, I'm not going to talk to Norm again. I had a call from him last night. That once every 6 months is more than enough. Ask Norm. Police think they've nabbed the butt bandit. Police have arrested a man suspected of leaving greasy graphic imprints on the windows of stores, churches, and schools in a small Nebraska town. A 35-year-old man was caught in the act by police early Wednesday morning, Cherry County Attorney Eric Scott said Friday. The man hasn't been charged yet, but authorities believe he's the vandal some townsfolk have dubbed the Butt Bandit. Beginning in spring of 2007, a mystery vandal visited businesses at night, pressing his naked behind, sometimes his groin, sometimes both,
rectum,
on windows. The marks were made with lotion or petroleum jelly, and while police had earlier worried that copycat criminals were getting involved, Scott said they now believe it's the act of a lone deviant. This isn't normal behavior for Valentine, Nebraska, Scott said. It's an embarrassment for the hardworking people who live here. The man was spotted by police around 3:30 Wednesday morning, arrested without incident, Scott said. The suspect appears to be the same man caught on a surveillance camera at the middle school last year, he said. Let me go and see if it's the door-rubbing bandit is out there. I get really nervous when I hear that.
The knobber?
The knob guy. Yeah, he's out there, and they're also vacuuming up a storm.
Okay.
This isn't normal behavior for Valentine, Nebraska, Scott said, and it's embarrassing for hardworking people who live here. The man was spotted by police around 3:30 Wednesday morning, arrested without incident. The suspect appears to be the same man caught on a surveillance camera at the middle school last year. Valentine, a town of about 2,600 in remote north-central Nebraska, lies near the scenic Niobrara River. You ever hear of the Niobrara River?
No.
The city was named one of the top wilderness towns in the country last year by National Geographic Adventure magazine. People from around the country send Valentine's Day cards to the city's post office so they can be mailed out with the word Valentine stamped on them. The past 2 summers, the bandit struck business after business, window after window. He stopped over the fall and winter. During one particularly brazen session, virtually all the windows at a local hotel were imprinted. This guy's got a really busy...
rectum.
Evidently.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
This week is HDT.
Glenn the Ad Council. And you're listening to South Florida's Sports Leader.
560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain.
Oh, my God.
Any questions?
At 560 WQAM. I think this is going to be an explosive week in this place, you know?
Yeah?
I just get that feeling.
Do you?
Yeah. Could be wrong, but you never know. We're dealing with unstable people, in case you haven't noticed.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, just record that, and on Friday, Neil can be on, doing that for 4 hours. How's that?
Sounds great.
Think that'll make him happy?
Make me happy.
Ron says, Neil, I heard part of the hostilities. It seems to me that the Big O, while far from perfect, isn't part of the jockocracy. He and Joe Rose have spatted like children before. How do you like that?
Still need a good time.
You need what?
A time.
A time when this thing happened?
Yeah, an actual...
Well, they're not forthcoming. They're not telling me.
I've got a window, an hour fat window.
You got a window? I'll jump through it.
See ya.
Push Joe Bell out the window. Push his fat ass out the window and listen to the earth shake.
Rectum.
P.R. Ralph, your chronic friend. By the way, he's going to Chicago for 3 days. He said, no more this week. Good. Isn't that something? No more for the week going to Chicago for 3 days. Like we need P.R. Ralph's itinerary?
Well, are you following him on Twitter?
No. He does have a good question, though. Who has better white hair, B. Arthur or Jimmy Syphilitic? I think Jimmy's probably got better white hair now. What happens when you dye to your hair? Well, the embalmer, they gussy it all up, I guess, huh?
I imagine, if you want.
Uh-oh, here's another guy with a mask.
We're not allowed to attend. They played one soccer match with no fans in it. And the idea was to keep people away from...
Stay out of Mexico.
Well, today's Monday, so people are back at work. And literally millions of people in this city of almost 20 million are back on the streets now because they're going to work. So what they're going to...
Almost 20 million people in Mexico City. Can you imagine what it smells like there on a hot summer day?
No, thank you.
Oh.
I'm trying to imagine some nice things.
Oh. Yeah, be nice. Let's not have any contretemps. We had enough conflict on the draft show over the weekend without having it here today. With Joe Bell and this one and that one and all this other schweinerei. As in schwein flu. What?
Huh?
Brandon says, while I found myself busy clipping my toenails, I was unable to attend the draft party. However, Brandon likes you because you laugh at his material.
Cute.
It was cute. However, yesterday I did see this guy proudly sporting his QM draft party T-shirt. He wore it like a badge of honor. Now you're talking. We better get these emails going, I'm telling you right now. Or Neil may take off the rest of the day and get Joe Bell really all freaked out. Can't speak, Joe. Can't speak. No pica de inglés. Or any other language. Oh, here they go. Here's one from Ricky. I used to enjoy turning down the TV, listening to local broadcast, but since Jimmy's been in the booth, I can't do it. Every time he says Ronnie Brown, it sounds like that's what he's trying to squeeze out. It sucks not to have a local broadcaster worth of crap. Great show, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. He listens to the TV. I know when Rick Weaver did the games on radio, a lot of people used to do that. They would turn down the sound on the TV, and they'd listen to Mr. Weaver. Remember those days?
Yep.
Your friend Heath is back. But, of course, there are so many Heaths now. These people, they're like the Schweinhund flu. They're reproducing all over the internets. Oh, and here's one. Rudy gives me the definitive story on what happened with the conflict, okay?
Okay.
You know, it's going to take these people a little time to get to their computer.
It's Monday.
Sit down. Huh?
It's Monday.
Is that what it is?
People moving a little slow right now.
Okay. Here's a story about another butt bandit. Well, good. They're starting to click in now a little bit. That's good. 454 votes on this marginal poll. And Rush Limbaugh is winning hands down your pants. 163. They don't want to see him topless and in a Speedo. They puke their guts out. I hear his voice, I want to puke my guts out. Mark and Kendall says, the Big O bills himself as a draft guru. With your station sending him to the Senior Bowl as well as the Combine, not to mention the countless interviews with players and draft experts, his guesses were not even close to the picks the Dolphins actually made. He was bitching and crying and made himself look like the moron he is. Joe Bell, get Big O a dartboard, let him make his picks that way, and buy George a freaking car already, says Mark and Kendall. There's somebody on your side.
Thanks, Mark.
Think it'll do any good?
No.
Oh.
No.
Maybe Joe Bell can catch the Schweinhund flu. He's got a head start on part of that. Heath, the Joker, says it doesn't seem Norma would act anyway without your tacit approval like the Godfather. Norma not liking George cannot be based on George's attitude, work professionalism, or plain lack of talent. If things continue in this way, it appears George's survival on the radio is directly linked to your ability to stay alive. This, of course, explains George's concern for your sugar intake. Does George have a backup plan to a radio career? Says the Joker, Heath Ledger. And George says, nothing.
You were ripping me for dignifying Rooster Choo-Choo with responses?
Yeah, you're right. Rooster Choo-Choo. Oh. Oh. The whole thing is like a surreal experience, man. The whole thing these last 2.5 years. And Norma calls me last night like, well, what do we do? It's like, what do we do to save the Titanic now? You know, it's a little bit late all these years later. Don't you think?
Yeah.
What do we do to protect President Lincoln? Questions that are being asked way too late. So Rudy's got the definitive story. Heard the argument between Syphilis and the Big O. Here's what happened when the Dolphins picked their first selection. The Big O criticized the selection, and Syphilis took exception to the criticism. In conclusion, Syphilis said to Big O, he is a loudmouth scum blank, and Syphilis described him as a gentleman with integrity, and described himself. Jimmy Syphilis, he's a gentleman with integrity. But Big O is a loudmouth S-bag. How do you like that? Doesn't sound too friendly to me. Sounds like we got some real conflict going on at the Big Q. Doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Sounds like it.
What do you do about the Big Q? This one came in on Friday. In fact, well, we don't have much. It's Monday. It's everybody's running out getting their face mashed to get to avoid the Schweinhund flu. What do you think they're talking about on CNN?
About 12:30, we'll bring you that, of course.
Appreciate it. Deborah Ferry for us in New York. Deborah, appreciate it. Thank you. U.S. health officials stress there is no reason to panic.
Don't panic. No reason to get all panicky. Stay calm. Kevin says, I don't entirely agree with Joe on your music taste. Remember the caustic email I had about Aerosmith and my music taste sucks and all that crap?
Yeah. Friday.
However, there are some artists you don't like because of their popularity or personality and not their creative musicianship. I don't dislike any group. I don't like anybody because of their dislike anybody because of their popularity. I mean, that's just stupid. For someone to say that U2 sucks is just idiotic. That's my opinion. I don't like U2. Am I entitled?
Yeah, you are.
Their classic albums like Joshua Tree, War, and The Unforgettable Fire are some of the best rock records ever made. In your opinion, Kevin, you are the ass clown if you can't acknowledge that. I don't. I'm an ass clown. Lately, they've become not as fresh and boring music-wise, but their classic albums will never sound dated. The same can be said for Aerosmith. George does have good music taste, and I'm sure realizes these albums are classic, even if you think the artist is annoying in other areas aside from music. By the way, Mandish's number should go up by default because the Marlins are on almost every day instead of LeBastard, and when he's on vacation, Stu Gatz is an abortion to listen to. You and LeBastard don't talk sports, and your unrespective stations hate that fact, says Kevin. I don't think they hate that fact across the street. He's got the only numbers they got. Here they hate it because they're sick. They're sick, and it's personal. Not business, it's personal. Remember I said that on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with Joe Bell, it's never business, it's always personal. If he takes a hatred to you, and he hates just about everybody, if he takes a hatred toward you, man, he is going to be, like that. Every chance he gets. Like this inquisition about how come you know where that came from? Steve Sloan, your good friend, who went running to Flea. Oh, gee, we wanted to do a show on Friday, blah. Neil says he's not going to be here. And then Flea went running to Joe. Well, how come Neil's not going to be here? And Joe went to,
I doubt that.
You what?
I doubt that.
You doubt that?
I doubt that.
And how did Joe know I wasn't going to be here on Friday?
Lee sent an email out to everyone announcing
you're
not
not
going to be there.
That's right. Lee's on top of it. Your good friend Flea that wants your job, not. You see, that was another thing that accomplished. The phone call by Joe Bell to me a week ago last Thursday, attempting to create a rift between you and your good friend Flea.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, thank God for that.
He and I are friends.
You got to count the friends in that building on one hand.
It's only ever been the case.
And the old driver, Frank Taylor, from Hawkinsville, Georgia, he was missing one thumb. He could still count him on that hand. Remember Frank Taylor?
No.
I do. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM. If you've been injured and retained an attorney, don't wait for your case to settle to get the money you need. Fast Funds will advance cash for your personal injury case.
We focus on local sports talk. That's why we are South Florida's sports leader.
560 QAM.
Oh, God.
It's all about Bill Parcells and how I want to lick his big, hairy armpits. I'm Big O, coming at you from the ESPN Sport Hole Center in Epcot. Wow, look at all the interest there is in the world of sports. Hello? Hey, what a game by those Merlins, huh? Yes. I don't normally acknowledge life beyond the world of sports, but I want to address the rumors right here and now that no matter how much O equals 0, I'm not going anywhere, okay? I'm in very tight with the management, and they're convinced that the sports format is a ratings winner all across the dial. When we get that new tower up, you're going to have sports coming out your toaster. It's not how much we lose our ass, but how much we think we're never wrong. So I'm staying right here because I live in the world of sports. Nothing else matters, of course. Ain't no talk of women at all. I fantasize about balls.
Rock solid.
11:17 at 560 WQAM. Stuff's starting to creep in now. By the way, the fake Barry Jackass says, because you asked, I believe the conflict started around 7:08 p.m. Got it?
Got it. Well, I found it a little bit earlier, at least the beginning of it.
You got it?
A little bit. Apparently, it didn't all just happen in one sitting.
Really? It was an ongoing spat?
Here's so far.
I mean, come on. Anybody you drafted in this first round was going to play opening day.
Not necessarily, Big O. Look, this is the thing. I'll take Bill Parcells' opinion, and I'll take this coaching staff and training staff opinion about this guy.
No,
okay?
I understand.
I just don't want to beat him up because you have some view of it and then can't back it up with anything. I mean, this is the pick of the Miami Dolphins. This is the selection of them, and I think it's great to celebrate it. But
it's not my place to talk about the dirt out in the open. I mean,
it's not your part to talk about the dirt. Period.
Right.
That's the way.
Well, I mean, here's just one scout, the younger brother.
And then I guess there's more that happened later on because I'm getting.
Well, what was that?
Not a lot of nothing.
That was no big Matsia.
No, and apparently the other stuff that we heard happened a little bit later. So now I got to go to 708 and see if that's where they picked it up again.
Oh my God! This better be good. I'll tell you that.
Smattering of entertainment in there.
I bet you Clarence is sitting there with his fingers and his legs and eyes crossed, hoping, he ain't gonna find it. He better not find it. The Big O seems to create conflict wherever he shows up. You notice that?
Yep.
Now, I don't know because I don't listen to any of this crap. It's a total insignificance to me. Maybe he doesn't know what the F he's talking about. Maybe. Or maybe the fact that he's not part of the ass-licking sports fraternity, that might, contribute to it, too. Brian in West Palm Beach says, I was on the road and tried to listen yesterday afternoon. It sounded like 3 people all talking at the same time. Someone, I think it was Cannell, kept butting in, very hard to follow, said to hell with it and threw in a CD. Been listening to you since 87. That's Brian's comment on the draft show. He said he could go daft trying to hear the draft. Something like that. Mike Johnson. Oh, not Mike Johnson. Oh. Well, sooner or later, if he sends enough stuff, some of it is going to make some sense. You know Mike Johnson?
Yeah, I know it.
He's no Rooster Choo-Choo, I'll tell you that.
But then who is? 3 other people.
Neil, a spy report from the NFL draft coverage on Saturday evening after the A team had left and the B squad was manning the second round of the draft coverage. The B team consisted of D.A. and the Big O. The Big O! D.A. was professional, was on top of every pick and what players were on or off the board. The most telling moment of the draft was pick 48 or 49 in the draft, and Big O was rattling off some names he wanted the Dolphins to take in their upcoming second round, and D.A. interjected, Ray Malaluga went at pick 33. Big O went on to make some lame excuses to why he may have overlooked this pick. Continuing on to Sunday's coverage, 2 more Big O embarrassing moments I can recall. 1, numerous callers called in to challenge the Big O as to why he was so bitter and why he wouldn't share any supposed inside details regarding a Dolphin draft pick's past. 2, Big O making more excuses on why he couldn't accurately track the picks due to continuously rebooting his computer. Maybe the Big O is having computer issues due to getting shower water in the hard drive from the showers at the NFL Combine and the Senior Bowl. Says Mike. Well, that's not a bad email for Mike. Nice going, Mike. You're the best. Well, swine flu fears.
As for the Health and Human Services Secretary, Kathleen Sebelius, that's been...
President says cause for concern, but not for panic. So listen to your president. Listen to some common sense, okay? People aren't dropping like flies. Just don't go to Mexico and relax. Right?
Right. That's a good policy to have,
Yeah. Michael says, I'm not a chronic, but a long-time listener who doesn't purport to be somebody I'm not. Well, that's unusual.
All right.
I still enjoy your show despite corporate having restricted everything you can say and do. Like you, I don't think there's a God. I think religion is a lot of fairy tales. Absolutely correct, Mike. I've wanted to ask for some time, what is the meaning of the word getchki? I've asked a number of my Jewish friends, and they all say there's no such word in Yiddish. Well, what do they know?
Right.
I've stubbornly insisted that there must be, given the frequency with which you use it. From the context of your usages, I'm guessing that it is any cleric of religious order. No, that's not correct. Am I correct? No. Will you please answer this during the noon to 1 hour so I can hear the answer? Oh, boy.
Anything else?
Would you like coffee with that? How about some jam for your toast? Jam on it. Thanks, Neil. Keep lambasting religion. What you say can't be stated often enough for the mindless sheep that believe that crap. 2, not going to do any good, Michael. Preaching to the choir. Because one thing that the religionists do, they do a great job of brainwashing the flock. So I just say flock them, I put that aside. Remind me during the noon to 1 hour to answer that for Michael about Getchki. Getchki is like the masses of sheep, that like go to the Vatican, all the religious schleppers. See, there you go again.
See?
I can't believe that there aren't. Maybe my mother made the word up. I don't know.
Maybe, but I use it all the time.
Yeah, and you know what it means.
Well, I know how I mean it.
How do you mean it?
Like that Getchki there. All them religious Getchkis. Just like you use it.
Yeah.
You Getchki.
The right way.
Right.
Like Ma used to use it. I think I'm going to pay Ma a visit this afternoon. She's dead. I'm going to go and see her down there.
Yeah, poke her with a stick.
Uh-huh. See if she's still nagging. She was all right. She meant well. She was just annoying, huh?
Unlike my mom.
There are some people who are annoying and they don't mean well. Well, let me give you an audio clue. Like him. Annoying and meant evil.
Like my mom.
Right. That's
annoying
right.
and evil.
Mm-hmm.
Pure evil.
My mom meant well, I think, but she was not, but she was just annoying.
My mother was 100% evil. Not 99.9%. 100%.
I thought nobody was perfect. George's mom is perfect.
Perfectly evil. Perfectly wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, something to be said for that.
I'm telling you. Even Hitler had friends.
I need to relax and calm down.
Yeah?
I just don't like the way that... I'm not going to say it. But I'll say it anyway. Because I always say whatever's on my mind. I don't care... And I like Flea a lot. He's a good guy. I don't want him to be Joe Bell's messenger boy during the middle of the show. You know what I'm saying?
He can't help it.
In other words, that's required? That goes with the territory?
Yeah, it's absolutely required. It's one of his 5 jobs.
Is being Joe Bell's messenger boy?
Yes.
See, I won't be here Friday come hell or high water. No matter what. Even if that package is lost and doesn't show up. I'm just not going to, just out of principle. I got stuff I got to do. You ever have stuff you got to do?
Sure. All the time.
There you go. I bet you even Joe Bell's got stuff he's got to do. He's got to destroy other people's lives on a schedule. Hell of a job, Joe. Not too good with the station, but, well, he's done a good job destroying that, too. But you wait till we get that new stick up there, man, and we get that signal, and they can hear the Big O all the way up at the Broward Palm Beach line.
Maybe all the way up,
will be dangerous.
Maybe all the way up to Orlando.
South Florida's sports leader, 560 QAM.
Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's sports leader.
Maybe they either should hit the nightlife in Hotlanta. What do you think? Little Buckhead, little downtown, little underground. They were too well rested. They were two good boys. Go break curfew for good luck.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM.
This week is HD TV Week at all 7 South Florida CompUSA stores. Don't you dare pay more. Save $1,000 on Sharp 65-inch HD TV, now just $29.99. Save $600 on Sony's 52-inch 1080p HD TV, now just $13.99. Save $300 on the LG 37-inch 720p HD TV, now just $5.99. Go to CompUSA.com for the South Florida store near you.
Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Well, almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours, thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor.
When I do it, I feel the blood rushing through me, and I keep going back for more.
Carmen Castillo is under the influence of Dana, her volunteer trainer.
Tuck your chin, Carmen.
By spending just 1 day a week with kids like Carmen, Dana helps them develop interests that keep them away from drugs. Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer. Log on to helpyourcommunity.org or call 877-KIDS-313. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
We've been in business 10 years, and it really built something.
And we want to keep it.
Tornadoes, cyber attack, anything can happen.
So we went to ready.gov and found free templates and checklists to help put an emergency preparedness plan together. So now we worry less about the unforeseen.
And worry about the foreseen.
Payroll, our customers.
Remember when your hair wasn't gray?
Remember when you had hair?
Hey.
Go to ready.gov for details on creating an emergency preparedness plan. Becoming a success is hard work. Protecting it isn't. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Ad Council, and this station.
I'd like a nice skim, no whip latte.
Hey, you're the Red Defender, right?
Yes.
I saw you in the paper. You saved a runaway train.
That's right.
So shouldn't you be out saving something?
I already stopped a bank heist this morning.
Evil doesn't take a break.
Can I sit down for a second?
Hey, dial back the caffeine, man.
Saving the world isn't easy. Saving a life is. 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. Go to bloodsaves.com. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council.
Play ball!
Now pitching, Dave Black. Dave is about to catch his opponent off guard. Not with his nasty fastball. No, instead of a fastball, Dave will be hurling a tomato. And the pitch. Ooh. Using tomatoes as baseballs won't go over well with anyone. But if you're looking to hit the ball further and throw better, eating a healthy diet that includes fruits and vegetables is a home run. Packed with nutrients, they could help keep your body healthy and strong, giving you the energy you need to hit that grand slam. When you look at it this way, eating tomatoes is playing hardball against the competition. Run, throw, think, eat better. Can your food do that? Find out at smallstep.gov.
That's smallstep.gov.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Energy Hog the team! I want you to infiltrate the house and waste some energy!
We'll just sneak into these leaky windows.
It's just like we thought, boss. No insulation in the attic.
Perfect! Now go wild and waste some wattage!
The Mitchell House. A house like many others, except this one's under attack by energy hogs. They show up anywhere energy's being wasted.
Talk to me, hogs!
Washer, it's not Energy Star rated.
Outstanding! What about the thermostat?
Not programmable. I repeat, not programmable.
Looks like we're living high on the hog.
Only one person has the power to get rid of energy hogs. You.
Hold on! Someone's home! Andy's got energy-efficient light bulbs!
To find out how you can fight energy hogs, log on to energyhog.org. You'll find fun games and lots of tips on making your home more energy efficient.
Now he's installing Energy Star appliances.
Not Energy Star! That's it! Get out of there! I'll get you energyhog.org!
Hey! Wait for me!
Brought to you by the Alliance to Save Energy, the Department of Energy, and the Ad Council.
Miami Dolphins and Miami Hurricanes play on South Florida Sports Leader.
560 QAM.
Chicks and cats, I'm your generic 60s radio guy. Things are going great. Radio's never been so exciting. We're getting huge market shares in every Hooper book. The future looks bright, baby.
This is your generic 70s radio guy on Quad FM. Doing pretty good, man. Having a good time trying out new format ideas that suit everyone's tastes. We've got underground, rock, pop, and yeah, even disco. Whatever, man. It's all about selling something in the air.
Hi, it's your generic 80s and 90s Morning Zoo FM guy.
And I'm the high voice sidekick.
And we employ zaning hijinks that will hopefully make you look forward to getting up every day.
Everything you say, it's so funny.
Stop that, will you?
Hey, can you imagine how fast we would go out of business if we only broadcast one thing?
That's too stupid even for this business. Never gonna happen. Hi, I'm your generic early off radio guy, and we're only gonna broadcast one thing. Sports. And only sports.
It's cost-effective, and right-wing talk, of course, blends well with sports. It's the same mentality. And it won't be long now before we have 50,000 sports stations all in one market. Who needs your input? We know what we're doing.
Hello. This is your generic late aughts guy. We're not doing so good these days. Then maybe we should go back to entertainment?
No. Nobody wants that. 11:31 at 560 WQAM. I think my voice is making a little bit of a comeback. I'm sucking on these Rexall Cough Assist herbal cough drops like candy.
Good.
And they seem to help.
I had one, too, just out of sympathy. Mine have sorbitol in them, so, who knows.
You don't have Rexall Cough Assist, mister, like I do.
No, I don't.
Nah. I'm going to make some more chamomile tea during the next break, too.
Good.
Steve Friedman, thank you, Steve. He gives me the literal meaning of the word Getchke. It means statue.
Really?
Now, do you understand that in the context of religious fanatics?
Sure.
Statue.
I'm going to expand my usage now that I know that.
Like when you go to the Vatican, you see all these thousands of Getchkes hanging around, waiting for El Papa to come out and sport his fancy red shoes. Thanks, Steve. Statue.
Got it.
Until this day, I never knew the literal translation. I mean, one thing about Yiddish, you don't need to know the literal translation.
Right.
And there's some words for which there is no literal translation.
Everything sounds like what it is.
Like Schmendrick.
Right.
Schmendrick, like Schmagegi. Bob B. says, I too heard the exchange. Thank God that they had this big contretemps over the weekend, because other than that, and of course the Schweinhund flu, which nobody wants to talk about, other than that, there's nothing else going on, I guess. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
Next to the draft, I mean, what else could be important?
Nothing.
Bob says, I too heard the exchange between the Big O and Jimmy Siff. I was working a bit in my shop and had the radio on in the background. I really think one of the other emailers had it right when he said, Zero is not part of the good old boy jock-sniffing club. To Jimmy, Joe, and Mad Dog, every pick the Dolphins made was the best. They were speaking of Bill Parcells as if he was a deity. Big Zero was pointing out the pick's faults, albeit rather loudly and in his overbearing way, and the others took exception to his questioning the almighty tuna. You don't question the tuna, man. You're going to be out.
Rock solid.
Oh, my God, Big.
Oh.
You're going to be in big tourists.
Telling you.
Anyway, it wasn't like they were going to come to blows or anything like that. So boring. I'm your friend in the Florida Keys, Bob B. I'm your friend. There was somebody at Woodbine over the weekend playing, or getting ready to sit down a machine, two machines next to me. And they said, is anybody playing here? Can I play this one? And I said, go ahead. I mean, ordinarily I would say that, and it wouldn't, it would just be part of life.
Yeah, but it's funnier now.
But now every time I say it, I think of Chris Matthews. The fake Larry King. Oh, I see who it is. Mr. Radio. Same person.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Syphilis is getting bitchy with the Big O on WQAM. 7:12 p.m., April 25th from the web.
Thank you.
And this is a Twitter thing. Somebody had written 560 WQAM. Jimmy Syphilis was out of line. He doesn't belong on the broadcast. Coma-inducing. It has a morning show on competing radio station about 4 hours. Oh, I see. About 4 hours ago from Tweety in reply to the audio. The original post was from Mr. Radio 610 WID with the WID logo on it. You've seen that, right?
What, the WIOD logo?
Mm-hmm.
Or Mr. Radio's logo?
Well, the one that he uses that says 610 WIOD.
No, I have not.
Hey, you haven't? You haven't lived until you've seen it.
I guess I haven't lived.
Well, good. I'm not gonna send it to you. You'll be too shocked. Too shocked and dismayed.
I'm good. I'm all right, thanks.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Joe hasn't come in and said, what are you doing here?
No, not yet today.
I see. I think I overreacted to the thing about Flea asking, Joe Bell asking Flea why, I overreacted because none of his business.
Yeah.
See, I believe in a good day's work for a good day's pay.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe in a full day's pay for a good day's work.
Do you now?
And I just got issues. I got stuff I got to take care of. Not life and death, but I just can't be here. If His Majesty would like, maybe during the summer schedule, I'll work an extra day, make it up for you. How's that? Maybe someday when you would like off.
Yeah.
During that summer
ask Norm
schedule.
to run that by him during the meeting there.
No, I don't. I'm not in communication with Norma. I don't know what time their meeting is. I could care less. Because I'm very positive that the end result will be the big that. Which of these people would most make you puke and hurl the fastest if you saw them shirtless in a Speedo? That's our long and ponderous poll question. 497 votes, that's not too bad. Rush Limbaugh, 176. Hank Goldberg, 81. Man Coulter, 54. Jim DeFetus, only 39. He ought to have 39 million.
Telling you.
Larry King, 29, and after that it's small potatoes. Like Frankie Pentangeli. He's small potatoes. I'm wondering if, what was his name that played Hyman Roth? The old guy?
Lee Strasberg.
Lee Strasberg. I wonder if he ever really got the props for the job he did. I mean, because there were so many other brilliant acting performances in both The Godfathers.
Right.
I think he was like overshadowed. And I think that's an infamia. Wasn't he great?
Yes, he was. Make sure everybody sees the cake.
Smaller piece. Smaller piece.
The hotels here are bigger and swankier. If the money's on the table, they'll know I have a partner. This is the business we've chosen.
You hear the sirens?
I hear them.
They're coming to take the Big O away. He got into a hissy fight with Jimmy Syphilitic. It's pretty sad commentary when that's the highlight from all those 85 hours of nonstop crap.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, thank God something exciting happened anyway. Oh. Do you think maybe I've got the Schweinhund flu? I don't.
No.
I got the regular, ordinary pedestrian flu, which is bad enough. Coughing and hacking and no voice. But most of the phlegm has gone away. Isn't that good?
That is good. Unless you like that sort of thing.
Unless you like those big chunks.
Yeah, something to chew on.
Oh, stop. You're right. Brandon says, was thinking you've done many polls on what George would do when you're gone. But I wonder, and not like this will happen, let's say WQAM throws a lot of money at George to host his own show if he could convince Suds to join in. I think that put me over the edge, Brandon.
Sure.
Throws a lot of money at George. Would Suds go back to work, or does he enjoy not doing much of anything? They're going to throw a lot of money at George and Suds.
They're not throwing a lot of money at anybody, even the people they do like.
Norma told me last night, to show you how bad this business has become, that on the west coast of the U.S., in L.A., a major talk station has offered a longtime talk host. I'm not going to. I'll text you who it is.
Okay.
$500 a week, or go on disability. He chose disability. $500 a week in Los Angeles.
Nice.
This is the business we have chosen.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Attention, gaming and...
QAM.
Oh, my God, your breasts are beautiful.
Shutting down newspapers more and more. You never view those comics or those classifieds. A publication that's ignored. Since you can get the news right there online. If you want to know what is happening in the press, just go on the web, it is not that hard. Now you can see why that business is a big mess. You will never read your newspapers. You will never read your newspapers.
Who gives a crap? Nobody reads them anyway, right? Who reads newspapers?
What? Sorry, I was listening to this thing. I think I found...
Did you find a big contretemps?
I found the Much Ado About Nothing thing that everybody's talking about.
Is it?
In my humble opinion, but what do I know, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
People listening as they're driving around and people
This
at
is
home.
the wind-up.
The research and background check that was done on
here's the
Vontae
pitch.
Davis, besides
Oh, no, you gotta
being
wait a long time
obvious
for the
to
pitch.
everybody on film that were played in every game, the background checks done from high school coaches to family to head coaches to what exactly happened, why you were suspended. Jimmy, that stuff is, look, there's hundreds of
I'm gonna make
thousands
some more
of
tea.
dollars
This is gonna
spent
go long
right
enough
there
for me to
in
make some
Navy
tea?
to make sure,
ahead.
oh gosh,
Let
I
it
didn't
go.
know he
Let it
had
roll.
a
Got a
drug
couple minutes.
problem. Oh gosh, I didn't know that he can't get along with people. Oh gosh, I didn't know he can't play. Now listen, we don't always get this thing right, but I agree. These guys that are doing this right now know what they're doing. They've done a lot of research, and I'm going to take them over what any agent says, any secondary media guy says, or anything else. Nobody spends more time doing background checks than National Football League teams.
Can I give you an example? And by the way, Joe, having said all that, they still fail miserably. Can I give you an example,
that
Joe?
means how are these guys?
That's a whole bunch of hot air they just spewed right now.
Really?
Yeah.
How much have you done personally? How much have you spent
No, wait a minute.
personally?
You're talking about
you.
I'm not an NFL team. But when you say that a franchise does research, lots of them do research,
right.
and they still fail.
Right.
So nothing's perfect. So don't make it sound like just because you do the research, the player's gonna be successful.
But how about Parcells in Ireland? How have they done so far?
I think they've done an exceptional job.
But
Haven't I said that?
The difference is accountability. Okay? If they fail, they're accountable.
Right.
You got this guy who wrote, there's some character issues with Vontae Davis. He'll write the same thing next year about somebody else. There's no accountability. Just throwing a bunch of crap up against the wall.
Can I give you an example, if I may? When I was in college, Matt Millen was suspended by Joe Paterno a number of times. You know why? There was a personality conflict. And I don't know a better integrity guy than Matt Millen on the planet. You might not like him as a general manager.
There's been a lot of guys suspended.
But as far as character is concerned, there was none better.
Oh, yeah, there was none better, but how did Matt Millen do investigating his players? Not very good, right?
Once again.
I mean, that happens.
Once again, you are talking about eggs and chickens.
No, but he just mentioned that
I made a statement, Big O. If you try to stop screaming over me, I would appreciate it. What I'm trying to tell you is this. It doesn't necessarily mean something because a player was suspended for a spring game. What the hell does Matt Millen and his investigative technique have to do with him being suspended?
I'm saying when he was running
I can scream with the best of them, pal.
Yeah.
I'm as good as they get when it really comes to it, but I'm a gentleman. So please stop trying to scream over me. I would appreciate that. We'll have Devon Best coming up in just a minute, right here on Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
Oh, my God, that was much ado about nothing.
Wait. This is my favorite part.
Every pick matters.
Every pick matters. Okay, now you can go.
Well, let me see if I got any. I don't got nothing in there. Last week, every pick mattered in my nose.
Yeah?
Oh, there was always plenty to go after. Okay, I'm stirring it now. I'm dipping and dunking while I'm talking. Because I don't want to be out of the room too much, because then Flea will come in. Oh, Joe Bell wants to know how come Neil's not talking and you're playing music. Slacker. That's my reputation. Always been a slacker. Ain't that correct?
Don't be a whacker. Be a slacker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, is that hot. Wow. Holy moly, rat man.
It burns.
God. Well, let me get rid of the tea bag. Now, I'm never been a really big tea drinker. But what's the proper etiquette? What's the proper, not etiquette, but I mean like thing to do? Do you leave the tea bag in the tea while you're drinking it? I don't think so.
No. I mean, you can, but no.
You can.
You're not supposed to.
I've done it. Oh, I'm gonna burn in hell. I've done that.
Yeah, you're gonna boil in hell.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not like it makes a big deal of difference.
Oh, sure it does, because the string keeps getting in your nose.
Not if you hold it right.
Wow, is that good and hot?
Good.
Chamomile tea with some 400-year-old Splenda in it. Splendid. Whoa. Okay, just check the Outlook Express. There's nothing new came in case you're wondering. I mean, okay. I got a few here. Not much going on today. And especially now that you played that. I mean, was that this big brawl, this big verbal ball that these people are playing up?
Very disappointed.
Very, very, very overblown by some of the highly emotional listeners out there. Sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for just the slightest contretemps, the slightest fart, you know.
I mean, they only stopped kissing each other for like 2 minutes, and that's a big contretemps.
That's right. You could hear the foreplay and the afterplay and the during play and the play-by-play. That's because Jimmy Syphilitic was there. He does the play-by-play for the Dolphins. The whole thing is just so, it just leaves me breathless.
By the way, every pick matters.
Even if it's a pick from your
rectum.
Wow.
Sure.
And then, of course, you say that corn sure is special.
Mm-hmm.
Jay in Miami says, ever since QM dropped Hank Eggs Goldberg, he has completely and totally dropped off the radar. I thought sure he'd be covering those dead polo horses, but no. He's vanished from ESPN, too. You hear those sirens?
Sure do.
Never stops. Never stops in the big city. I'm sure we'll see him during the run for the Triple Crown, but a talent like that to just disappear once again proves that old adage, this is the business we have chosen. Let's just play that for 4 hours. While Norma is supposedly, maybe Norma's launching it with Joe Bell. You think?
I'd rather not.
About Norma having lunch with Joe Bell. I bet you Norma misses those great sushi lunches with Greg Reed.
Probably.
This is the business.
This is the business we've chosen.
Jay says, my guess is that the $500 a week is for Phil Henry, and then he's got Gilbert Laugh. He's choreographing the show. No, it's not for Phil Henry. I'm not going to tell you who it is for, because it's none of your business. Fishing around. That's one of the things they love to do in these emails.
Oh, yeah.
Probing, fishing around, looking for information. And you want to know why?
They have no life?
They have no life of their own. Now let me ask you this. My assignment, I was told a short time ago, is this afternoon, if I last till 2 o'clock. After the show, I'm supposed to go to the post office and check out this, track this missing package.
Okay.
Does that sound like something that I might be successful in completing?
I have no idea.
I mean, when they say they've delivered a package and it's not in the building.
Right.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Interception.
No.
Lost
Interception.
Lost package.
Lost. Not that any post office anywhere has ever lost a package or a letter or anything like that.
Right.
And if it's lost?
Or stolen.
Why would somebody steal something like that?
Sometimes post people, humans that they are, steal things.
Really?
Yeah.
What would be the purpose of that?
So when you steal something, you have it and the other person doesn't, and you just scored something.
But what value would this be to anybody else?
To an identity thief? A lot.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm going to be busy this afternoon.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
You're going to be busy?
Well, here we go again. On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
It's looking like a top-down weekend. Or maybe it's a road trip weekend with some friends. Maybe you just need replacement wheels while your car's in the shop. Got a reason? Avis has the right set of wheels for you. Convertibles, minivans, or slip behind the wheel of a hot new Cadillac and head for the Keys. Avis offers unlimited mileage, personal vehicle replacement rates, plus free local pickup. There's an Avis location near where you work, play, or live. And they're open 7 days a week. Great cars, great service right in your neighborhood. At Avis, we try harder.
This week is HD TV week at all 7 South Florida Comp USA stores. Don't you dare pay more. Save $1,000 on Sharp 65-inch HD TV, now just $29.99. Save $600 on Sony's 52-inch 1080p HD TV, now just $13.99. Save $300 on the LG 37-inch 720p HD TV, now just $5.99. Go to CompUSA.com for the South Florida store near you.
Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's Sports Leader.
We have moved beyond the realm of hot start and into the realm of this is a very, very good baseball team.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Mandich tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie's Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Black is back on South Florida's Sports Leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor, and working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours, thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor.
Look at all the cars. Lots of colored cars. Now, there's a blue one. Isn't it pretty? Ooh, look how fast that red one's going. It's red like that stop sign. Like my jacket.
This 38-year-old man may sound a little strange to you and me. But to his 2-year-old son who's interested in cars and colors, he makes perfect sense.
That's the sound cars make.
When you talk with your child, you build vocabulary, and learning starts long before school does. So follow their lead. Take simple everyday moments like eating dinner or just watching cars go by and turn them into learning moments.
Ooh, look, red car.
Yes. And it's moving awfully fast.
Blue car.
Yes. The man in the red car's about to meet the man in the blue car. Get himself a pretty pink ticket.
Turn everyday moments into learning moments. For more tips, go to bornlearning.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
And you're listening to South Florida Sports Radio.
560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Hi, this is Steve Goldstein, but you can call me Geldy. Whenever I'm in town, I listen to... Wait a minute, I am in town. It's the 12 to 1 hour. Ah!
Geldy, Geldy, talking on a sports show, trying to be macho. Your voice sounds just like a 7-year-old girl, a little sports hole shill. What else are you there for? Geldy, Geldy, talking like a baby who needs a little training. Why can't you understand? You don't sound like a man. Remove the rubber bands that choke your scrotum. Geldy, Geldy, Geldy. Geldy, your lucky management don't care. 'Cause Geldy, you don't belong there on the air. And Geldy, the sports can wait till your voice cracks. 'Cause anyone who sounds like that should find another job. And they should only take you back when both your BBs drop. Oh, Geldy, Geldy, when you gonna grow up? You make us wanna throw up. You silly squeaky fool. Go to broadcasting school. Your prepubescent voice makes you sound like a putz.
Absolutely.
You're a putz. You're a putz. You're a
Wow, the Dow is up 33 points. Let's have a party in our pants. What do you say?
I'll start right now.
12:02 at 560 WQM. They're just pointing out that a lot of airlines, if people have a trip to Mexico planned and they don't want to go there and die, that they're waiving the fee to change your reservation.
Oh, okay.
So if you're planning going to Mexico, don't. Go somewhere where you'll be safe. Know anywhere where we'll be safe?
Afghanistan, Baghdad.
Peoria would be good.
Sure.
What's that?
That?
Yeah.
What do you got?
You don't hear that?
No.
That beeping?
No.
No, it just went away. What was that?
I didn't hear anything, Dad.
Get out of here. I saw that movie, Ashlight.
Just this morning?
No. Oh, guess what movie was on over the weekend? I forget.
Requiem for a Dream.
No. It was on all over the place. And I watched it once, and I forget what it was. Couldn't have been that good.
Sorry.
Sorry, mister. Well, that's what happens when you get to be old and diseased. I got the Schweinhund flu. Here's one from Walt who says, syphilis, it was Misery.
Oh.
With Kathy Bates. And I'm convinced that Kathy Bates is the same as a lot of our chronics.
Okay, yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
Stalker,
I'm your friend.
Sure. Crazy stalker.
Yeah.
Fat shut-in. Sure,
right.
Perfect. Living in a cabin.
Crazy. I forgot that the part where she hobbles his legs is very later on in the movie. It's very late. I forgot that. He was good in that movie, James Caan.
Yes, he was.
And I realize that there's a lot, I don't know what year that was, but there's got to be like 15, 20 years between Godfather and Misery.
I imagine.
And there's no resemblance. I mean, if you didn't know it was James Caan, you wouldn't know it was the same guy that played Sonny in The Godfather.
I know right? that, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man. He didn't get out of the cockadoodie car. I used to have that in here. Maybe I do. Maybe under cockadoodie. I probably don't have too many things. Oh, look at that. Wow. I've got one about Joe Bell called Coco Bell. But I don't have cockadoodie car. I used to have that. Now, what happened to stuff that used to be in here and it's gone?
It's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. I don't know what happened.
It's gone? But, I mean, how do they vanish out of a computer?
A couple different ways. Accidentally replaced by some Schmendrick, by some Getchke, or something. Like during a backup, it backed up the wrong way.
Canada and one in Spain. Suspected cases under investigation from Europe and Israel to South America and New Zealand. So what exactly is swine flu? It is a strain of influenza that's usually found in pigs. Typically, people get it after coming into direct contact with an infected animal. Although with this particular strain, the concern is over person-to-person transmission. Authorities in Mexico are still searching for the source of the swine flu outbreak. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay.
Oh, yeah, Sanjay Gupta, he's there with his mask on. And just to show you how ballsy I am, that I don't panic in the middle of all these things, guess what I made for dinner last night?
Pork.
2 bratwurst.
See?
Yep. Well, yep. I made them because I don't want to leave them in the refrigerator too long, because you don't want to leave pork products sitting in the fridge too long.
Amen. We had pork last night,
because then they get bad, and then you get that tricky noses.
Yeah.
Ooh. In addition to which, then it becomes really trafe. After the first couple of days in the fridge, then it becomes really super trafe. That's what Gary Sarner taught me a long time ago. Well, that's right. Don't talk about Gary Sarner. I forgot.
Well,
now, is that us, or is it just you?
Us.
Nobody told me that.
I did.
No, you didn't say don't talk about Gary Sarner.
I told you what happened.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about him. He's not here no more. Anyway, Walt says Cephalo, Rose, and Mandich, to a lesser degree, only have their jobs because they're ex-jocks and wouldn't dare say anything negative about the Dolphins or any other player or organization. They are complete whores, it says. All of us in this business are whores, WB. Walt. He says, as much as I dislike the Big O, I have to take his side, if only because of the pompous attitude of syphilis. Very difficult to find a hero in that carnival event. By the way, this may be the first one that isn't shtick. QAM should can Cephalo's ass from these events for ripping on their own employee. He basically discounted QM's choice of Orlando and called him a hack. Maybe that's why they didn't want to replay the incident. Oh, they didn't want a replay of it? Did you get that email?
Nope.
I didn't either. I guess this show doesn't count. We're on the outside looking in. Don't you have that feeling?
Nope.
My tea isn't boiling hot anymore.
Go nuke it.
No, that means I can drink it.
Oh, okay.
When it's so hot, you can only take like a little sip of it. I don't think that does you very much good. Now, you notice how great it's doing for my voice, for my mellifluous sound?
Sounds creamy.
Blech.
As opposed to screaming.
You know, I'm a screamer. That's what Jimmy said. I can scream with the best of them. That's what I heard, Jimmy.
You fairy.
Screamer. Seriously, as he gets older, he looks more and more like an old lady. And the fact that he's doing 4 hours of right-wing, not super Nazi talk over there in IOD, and okay, so he broadcasts the games. What difference does that make? He can be on doing the play-by-play on a game, period. I mean, he can be on whatever the hell they put him on, but I'm just saying that, you know, if there was such a thing as right, as proper,
improper.
Well, we do the improper. Somebody sent me a bio for Lee Strasberg. Born 1901 in Budzeno, Galicia, Austria-Hungary. Now Budin, Ukraine. Why is it that places keep changing their names, like Ceylon is Sri Lanka, and all these damn, you go to geography class, you learn all about the countries of the world and stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, that's not that anymore, now it's this.
You know why.
Like Burma. What is Burma now?
Isn't that Sri Lanka?
No, that was Ceylon.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you better start learning your...
I guess
Burma
so.
is the other little udder that hangs down there. There's India's the big udder, and then Burma's the other one. Now it's something else. Anyway, he died February 17, 1982 of a heart attack in New York, Lee Strasberg. His birth name was Israel Lee Strasberg.
Myanmar,
that's right. Used to be Burma. Very good. Good work. Famed acting teacher Lee Strasberg was born in Budzanov, Austria-Hungary, now Budanov, Ukraine. Brought to America as a child, he had a brief acting career before becoming one of the founders of the Group Theater in 1931, directing a number of plays there. 1931, Jesus, that's a million years ago. His greatest influence, however, was through the Actors Studio, where he became a director in 1950. A proponent of method acting, which he adapted from the system brought to America by Konstantin Stanislavski's disciple and Marlon Brando's mentor, Stella Adler. He influenced several generations of actors from James Dean to Dustin Hoffman. Film audiences would know him best as gangster Hyman Roth in The Godfather Part 2, 1974. Google Misery and see what year that was. The Godfather was 72, the first one. Misery, I want to say 87 maybe. Mr. Man.
I'm doing it.
He didn't get out of the cockadoodie car. The chapter plays. I never heard it called chapter plays before. Although I did like the fact she liked Rocket Man.
1990.
1990? So you see, that's 18 years later. He was old. Santino. Even after all them bullets he absorbed at the...
Look what they did to my boy.
Yeah.
Look how they massacred my boy.
And then, of course, you see the look. You can only imagine Undertaker's the kind of things that they see. But in spite of that, the look on Bonacera's face when he pulled the blanket back that was covering Sonny's face, like, oi, not too good. He don't look too good. I mean, how many bullet holes did they have just in his head?
About 30, man.
At least. Jay in Baltimore says the term ass clown. We're back to that again. But I'll take anything at this point, even if it's about, like, Abe Lincoln in the play. The term ass clown came from Beavis and Butthead creator Mike Judge's movie Office Space. The book comes out Thursday morning, by the way, 10 o'clock. You ready?
I'm ready.
A character named Michael Bolton starts venting about how his name was ruined by the singer Michael Bolton. I was about 12 years old and that no-talent ass clown became famous and started winning Grammys, he said. The wrestler Chris Jericho appropriated the term a while later, and it spread from there. Hope you're feeling better, said Jay in Baltimore. I'm feeling not so bad, but just I can't talk. But thanks to my good friends at Rexall for making Rexall Cough Assist Herbal Cough Drops. Oh, he's probably getting smeared for that, too, yeah. I'm getting smeared for it. Just like that pasta. What was the pasta? Dreamfields?
That's the one.
Basta la pasta, that's what I say. Get that blood sugar down to about, like that. Flat line. I think this is the week I croak. That's what I've heard. No?
No. Stop talking
Why
like
not?
that, Ma.
Week? What?
Stop talking like that, Ma.
Nels, I think I'm on the way out.
Oh, Neil! You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, not anymore, Ma.
South Florida's sports leader, 560 QAM.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor. And working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
Hello, I'm your
eyes.
And I'm your nose, with something very important to discuss with you this allergy season.
That's right. Nels and I, we both suffer from seasonal allergy symptoms, so we want to be treated together.
That's why we want you to ask our doctor about Veramist nasal spray. Prescription Veramist, fluticasone furoate, is one medicine that's FDA approved to treat both seasonal nasal
and seasonal eye symptoms in patients 12 and older.
Veramist treats me when I'm runny, stuffy, itchy, and sneezing.
Plus, treats my watery, itchy red eyes. Veramist is one medicine approved to treat all that.
For best results, use once daily. Side effects may include nosebleed, nasal sores, or nasal fungal infection. Eye problems, including glaucoma or cataracts, may occur, so have regular eye exams. Results may vary. Maximum benefit may take several days. Don't spray in eyes.
Tell it, nose.
All together now.
Veramist for our seasonal nasal and eye allergy symptoms. One for all.
To learn more, talk to your doctor. See our ad in health. Call 866-9-VERAMIST or visit veramist.com.
QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Mannix tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie's Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's sports leader.
Jimmy Johnson.
If you've got a franchise quarterback, you do whatever it takes to keep him on your football team, to keep him happy, to make sure that he understands that he's the guy.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours. Thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor.
It's Saturday. You and your wife take the boys to the mall, straight to the food court. Your wife and Pete head for tacos. You and Danny want Chinese. You look up at the menu for a few seconds. You look down to see what Danny wants. But you don't see Danny. Your eyes dart around frantically. You instinctively call out,
Danny! Danny!
From the taco place, you hear a voice.
Hey, Dad! Change my mind!
Every parent knows that feeling when, even for a few seconds, you lose sight of your child. Imagine if he or she were actually abducted. Go to wirelessamberAlerts.org. Sign up for free Amber Alerts on your cell phone. When an Amber Alert is issued in the areas you've chosen, you'll receive a free text message. If you spot the vehicle, the suspect, or the child described in the alert, call 911. Sign up today at wirelessamberAlerts.org. A child is calling for help. This message brought to you by the Wireless Foundation, the U.S. Department of Justice, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the Ad Council.
This is a football town.
And this is your football station.
South Florida's sports leader. 560 QAM.
Grab my junior, honey.
And welcome back to the Mohammed and David Show on Sputnik Satellite Radio. Now, here's the latest scores. 77 to 7, 2 to 4, whatever it is. You know, I got to tell you, it's good to be back in New York. And it gives me a chance to get away from that mullet head I keep running into every place I go. Every place I go, I run into that mung brain. Why, the last time we got a call here. Sputnik Satellite Radio. What do you want?
Hiya, Mo.
No, it's you. There ain't no escaping you, ain't there? The last time I ran into you was at the airport. Oh, Mister.
Yeah.
Are you the one who validates my ticket?
No, I'm Rachel Maddow and Dre.
I need you to validate my ticket.
Ooh, round trip to New York. And what are we running away from today?
Don't crack wise with me. Don't crack wise. Just validate my ticket, see? What did you stamp my hand for?
There's dancing on the plane.
Just validate my ticket, will you?
Remember, if you're getting off at Newark, Watch your step.
Why?
We don't stop there.
Hey, wait a minute. This here's a round trip flight. You only gave me one way.
Can't blame a Goyle for trying.
Why, you dirty, get out from behind that counter.
Oh, I can't.
And why not?
I'm not wearing any pants.
What, are you going to rape me now?
You fairy. 12:18 sounded like an anticipation of a blessed event. Let's get them back on 2 to 4. Mo and Gildy, what do you say?
Right?
I still think that the chicken neck show, Mo and Gildy, would be a great 2-hour show.
I agree.
And guaranteed get higher ratings than that.
Well, it's a good thing those things don't matter.
Oh, I forgot. That's right. Ratings don't count. So let's forget about Thursday morning. The book is coming out because, according to Jolly Joe Bell, ratings aren't what it's all about. They don't matter, Hank. And it's a good thing they don't matter because after they Schmidt canned the humper, the ratings all disappeared. Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
Here's one from somebody. He says, I work for the U.S. Postal Service, and I'm sure Canadian is advanced at the U.S. when it comes to the mail. If you have a tracking number, which I do, then the package is certified, express delivery, confirmation or such. It appears as delivered online. I doubt the mailman stole it because he would have scanned it as delivered. It can be tracked back to his scanner.
Uh-huh.
See? See, Mr. Panic Man? Oh, I think they stole it.
Oh, yeah.
It was probably misdelivered or delivered to the building and someone took it or misplaced it. If you go to the post office, they can tell you what time it was delivered. I know what time it was delivered. It's online, 11:59 p.m. Friday. And who signed for it if a signature was required, which was not. Hope that helps any. Good luck. Thank you. Oh, I think I'm going to have a relapse. Maybe I'll be out tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Friday, I won't be here. Tell Joe Bell I won't be here on Friday.
Okay.
I'll be looking for a package.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Hope you find one.
Tony says Getchki means statue. Yeah, we got that earlier. I think also from Tony. He says, my favorite Yiddish, Yittish, Yiddish glossary. Obviously, Tony with a name like that is a goy anyway, but Yiddish?
Yes.
He says, my favorite is Schmendrick, spelled without the H. Schmendrick. I use it daily. I'm surrounded by them. And then he writes it correctly. Schmendrick equals nincompoop and inept or indifferent person. Same as Schlemiel. Yeah. Schmendrick is a harder edge than Schlemiel, wouldn't you think?
I agree.
Schlemiel, Schlemazel. What was that show, Laverne and Squirrely? Oh, my God. In the beginning. Schlemiel, Schlemazel. I bet you they were really impressed in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, with the show where they started singing about Schlemiel and Schlemazel, you know? That was a bad show anyway. Who was that, Penny Daniels?
Yes. Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall, and who was the other one? Penny Marshall, no talent, annoying. Annoying. Steve in Jersey says, great sound clip from the moronic endless NFL draft show. The only thing less entertaining than those pinhead jock-sniffing boobs blathering on endlessly on their own shows about nothing is to hear them argue about nothing together on the same show. I can't count the number of places I walked in and out of this weekend that was filled with idiots watching and hanging on every word, says Steve in Jersey.
Cindy Williams.
Who?
Penny Marshall and Cindy Williams. Brain fart.
I never heard of her. It was all about Penny Marshall, man. It was all about her. It was all about Misery, Kathy Bates, and James Caan. The sheriff, he was pretty good, too, that old coot.
Mm-hmm.
But just when he found James Caan down there in the basement, like, oh, Kathy she was on top of it. Now, do you think that when she spilled a glass of wine, remember he loaded up all the tranquilizer crap in the wine?
Yeah.
When he said, let's have a toast, and she went out to get the candles. He sent her out to get a candle to make it romantic, and he spilled all that stuff, which he only had a limited amount, in the wine. And she came back, and one of the first things she did when she sat down was knock over the glass and spill the wine.
Yeah.
That's what Eric Burden told me. Now, do you think that was accidental, or do you think she did it because she suspected that maybe he doctored her booze?
That, what you said.
She suspected? Spill the wine. Eric Burden and the Animals.
And war.
And war, like I said. Is it really?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry. We won't make any points off.
I don't like that song at all.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, good. Then play the 2030. Oh, there's that dike.
Of the severity of the infections and the
nice haircut
pattern, how it's spreading, who's at higher risk.
It looks like she ran under a lawnmower. You know what?
Or was run over by one.
Now you remember what I was saying about Rachel Maddow and and what's her name? Ellen. Why is it that dykes want to look like that? What are they trying to prove?
That they're beyond feminism. They're not feminine. They don't want to be feminine.
It's not just feminine, it's gross. You can be not feminine and, I mean, do you consider yourself feminine looking?
Do I?
No. Some of the audience does, but then again, the boyfriend.
That's because they haven't seen me. See, men don't wear makeup. We're above wearing makeup, and they feel that they ought to be also.
It's the manly thing to do?
That's
Mr.
right.
Man?
That's right.
Well, Mr. Man, she sure had a nice temperament, didn't she?
Sure.
And I just love the right before the end where he has the meeting with Lauren Bacall, his agent. The last scene where he finally kills her ass.
Mm-hmm.
And just takes every object he can find. And the blood and the pus and the puke is just all over her puss. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a great release from the audience, too, because most of us who are watching that are thinking, oh, my God, there's not enough horrendous things he can do to this bitch to give her what she deserves, right?
Right.
She was good. Kathy Bates. I think Joe Bell is a male, or close to a male version of Kathy Bates. Sadist. Evil. Nasty. Smelly. All of these things. I wonder if he's in the middle of a hot lunch with Norma Kent right now. Wouldn't you like to be a fly on that wall? Wouldn't you like to be a fly in their soup?
Oh, Neil! You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
I wasn't going to school because I was just making money stealing cars. And one day I was put into juvie for 2 stolen cars, robbery of a house, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Well, I was 10 when I first got involved with drugs. I skipped school because, nobody cared. I was on drugs, and my mom didn't really care because she was on drugs. She was never home.
When I first got pregnant, school was not important to me, so I dropped out. And now that I'm 15, I have 2 babies.
I was heading nowhere. I just thought the only way I can make something out of my life is if I get an education. One day I was locked up. That's when I really realized that, it wasn't for me. I was only in there 2 months, but to me that was enough. It'd be better for me to stay in school, just get my education.
I still need to go to school to make it for myself. Stay in school. Give yourself a chance.
I think I'm happier now. I know I'm happier now.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Why do I serve in the U.S. Navy?
For freedom.
Freedom of religion.
What America stands for.
Why do I serve in the U.S. Navy? For honor.
Everybody. And watch out for everybody.
Freedom to vote.
Democracy.
Freedom to go outside and play with my kids.
I joined the Navy to serve my country.
Every freedom that we have.
The right to raise our kids in peace. My little brother. My wife. My kids. Our children's children.
The United States Navy.
It's not for ourselves alone that we serve.
When I do it, I feel the blood rushing through me. My muscles tighten, and I keep going back for more.
Carmen Castillo is under the influence of Dana, her volunteer trainer.
Come on, Carmen, again.
By spending 1 day a week in the gym,
Tuck your chin, Carmen.
Dana helps neighborhood kids like Carmen develop interests that keep them away from drugs.
Hey, let me see your shoulder shift. Jab, jab. Great.
Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer. No matter what it is, you have something to offer.
Good workout, Carmen. See you next week.
Log on to helpyourcommunity.org or call 877-KIDS-313 and be an influence on the kids in your community. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor. And working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
We've been married a year.
Yep, and in business together for 2 months.
Oh, it's a big move for us, starting a business and everything.
And for our future 9 children.
Oh, our future 2 children.
Look, there are lots of worries of starting a business, but creating an emergency preparedness plan shouldn't be one of them.
Yeah, we needed a plan in case of fire, flood, or cyber attack. I mean, how will we get the business back up and running?
Because without the business, we could never afford baseball mitts for the 9 kids.
We went to Ready.gov and downloaded everything we needed to create a plan. I mean, Ready.gov has free templates, checklists, and more.
Yeah, without Ready.gov, I could easily get old before my time. The furrowed brow, nervous twitch.
But because of Ready.gov, we have one less thing to worry about.
Droopy shoulders.
Oh, stop it.
Go to Ready.gov for details on creating an emergency preparedness plan. Ready.gov. Becoming a success is hard work. Protecting it isn't. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Ad Council, and this station.
Local talk.
Expert analysis.
This is South Florida's sports leader. 560 QAM.
Yeah. MONDAYSUCKS.
Senator Larry Craig was arrested in an airport bathroom. The Idaho senator later pleaded guilty to disorderly closeted homosexual. So, what happened in that men's room?
Well, Matt, I tried to take it in my seat, and it was a very, very big...
You knew what you were doing, and
it's clearly on the tape, Matt. What I said and how I reacted.
The tape he's referring to was recorded in a men's room.
Lower my pants. Okay. Spread my legs. Yes. Now, take it.
Soliciting anonymous sex.
Guilty. You heard my voice.
And so...
That tape is the truth. And he jerked me out.
No.
Yes. And I'm going, oh.
Let me stop you for a second. So you look...
Finally, I began to the gentleman.
You this undercover officer.
Yes. I call it gladiator politics.
Senator.
I traveled the gay bars in Washington.
Soliciting gay sex.
Absolutely.
Resign, Senator.
What?
You should resign.
I won't resign.
Go away.
No.
Go away.
You're looking for glory holes. 12:31 at 560 WQAM. Between the tea and these Rexall cough assist, I'm making a mediocre comeback. I think I can squeak out another hour and a half.
All right, Squeaky.
Now, what would you recommend? You being the, Rick Riley used to call himself, what was it, the Commissioner of Common Sense or some stupid thing like that?
Yeah.
Which was very funny because he was one of the dizziest dingbats who ever came down the pike.
Right.
But since you generally seem to have, a little bit of common sense, although look who you're working for, but nevertheless.
Yeah, well.
And you believe that they were going to get you a car.
When did I ever say that?
You didn't.
Okay.
Well, how would you proceed about a package that's got some important crap in it?
I think that's a good idea. You can either call the post office, go online. I don't know how they do it in Canada, but at some point going down there, if and ask them. But I've gotten things. I know the post office has a website now. Sometimes people will send you a tracking number, just like they used to do with
How do you think I know the package was delivered at noon on Friday?
Well, then take that information and go down there and say, this says it was delivered, but we don't have it. So under what circumstances was it delivered? How and to whom did they deliver it to? Did they put it in a box? Did they stick it in a tree? Did they give it to a person?
Was it bigger than a bread box?
All of these things.
All of these things.
Yeah. And what if they say, yes, vase?
Try again. Was it
JG says, let me tell you this, Jimmy Syphilis Jackball should just shut his trap. Ever since he got the WIOD gig, he thinks he's the new voice of reason in South Florida. My guess is that if he doesn't shut up and straighten out his canoe, he's going to be calling the games for the new all-female football team the South Florida Gash instead of the Dolphins. I'm getting choked up about it. Made quite a splash this weekend on QAM, Jimmy Syphilitic, evidently. I guess he didn't like when the Big O looked him straight in the eye and said, "You fairy." I guess he took exception to that. I didn't hear anything on there about any personal attack or anything about wearing a dress or crap like that. Did you?
Nope.
Can you see Jimmy Syphilitic with that big bouffant white hair?
No, I didn't see it.
Wearing a pink dress, a gown. In the booth, calling the game. Dow's up 5 points. Speaking of that, sex doll threesome man gets off, so to speak. George Bartusek, who got freaky with 2 blow-up sex dolls in a grocery store parking lot, won't do jail time, a judge has ruled. Bartusek was let off with 6 months probation for his open-air synthetic threesome in a Publix parking lot in Cape Coral in February. Stunned onlookers had seen the 51-year-old inappropriately touching his companions in plain sight. As I walked by, I saw this guy with 2 blow-up dolls kissing them and bouncing them and trying to get people's attention, a female witness told WPBF after the incident. It's just crazy, and I'm with my daughter, and she couldn't believe what we're seeing at another witness, Arthur Castro. Bartusek, like his blow-up friend, stayed silent as he left court after the sentencing yesterday, refusing to answer any reporters' questions. Charged with breach of peace and trespassing, Bartusek was facing a year in jail for his escapade. Now he'll likely have to go to Winn-Dixie for groceries. The judge told him he isn't welcome back at Publix, where shopping used to be for him a pleasure. Not anymore. Maybe I got the Schweinhund flu. Everybody go into a panic. Good thing I'm not going to be able to do any shows from there once you get in the new building, because if I wanted to come back, I'd have to go into quarantine.
Right.
Like back during the SARS days.
I think in your case we call it queerantine.
Mm-hmm. Is that like Ovaltine?
It's round.
573 votes on this marginal poll. That's not so bad. But what I don't understand is here it's Monday. Now, wasn't today the day that they were supposed to start with a new morning show across the street? And it was going to be Jorge Sedano and yada yada. It didn't happen. Oh, somebody says, please add the Beast to your poll. That's a good choice. Oh, my God, the Beast. Can you even imagine that?
I'm trying not to.
By the way, on the scale this morning, 184.
Good.
The new near-death diet. Adam Oshmuck. You know something, Adam? Stop it. The Tamil terrorists are out in downtown Toronto again. Apparently they're blocking the area around Yonge and University. Well, great. Go away, Adam. Evidently, Adam doesn't have anything going on today over there in Kitchener-Waterloo. There's not much going on anyway. Yeah, the Tamil Tigers are out again blocking the streets. Hubman Dreard. Whoever the hell they are. And what's Canada going to do about their beef with Sri Lanka?
Yeah, what's their beef with Sri Lanka?
Is Canada going to go in there and bomb Sri Lanka? I don't know what their beef is. I don't know anything about Sri Lanka and about all the people that they're killing. And quite frankly, I don't care. Carney says, I've never laughed so hard when I read today's pool. I think he means pool.
Right.
Whoever thought it up is a genius and deserves a raise. It wasn't any of us. It was one of our listeners. I think it was a Charlie B. poll.
Okay.
I think. Or maybe it was Sean from Hollywood. I don't know. Just thinking about Hank Goldberg in a Speedo is about the funniest GD image I've ever thunk of in my life. Over the years, I've noticed he's become more and more like Jabba the Hutt. His cheeks are oozing over him, his something, and there are millions of blotches covering his pasty face. Come on, don't be picking on the humper. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
That was funny.
When he comes on ESPN to give his ridiculous losing picks, I wonder how the hell they even dare show his face on the air. If they'll show Jim DeFetus on Channel 4, why wouldn't they show the humper? Last year, he picked against the Dolphins 4 weeks and lost every time. Way to go, Hammer. I got respect for the guy who was a great sports guy back in the day, has been around forever. but they could try some makeup or maybe just show a doctored picture of him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, people, vote for Hank in a Speedo, says Carney. Oh, he's trying to influence the poll. How do you like that? Swine flu at Texas high school.
At all. I'd like to think that our healthcare system's a little better.
And even DSHS
says
worries about a pandemic in shirts are a little premature.
They should be concerned. But as far as fear, danger, panic, no.
All you have to do is take a look at a healthy Hayden Henshaw.
You could see just from overnight just a huge difference and such. And so it's a flu. Right.
Yeah, it's the flu. Everybody just calm down.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
At John Deere, we don't just build tractors. We build our reputation every day. Whether it's a Gator utility vehicle, an Easy Track zero-turn mower, or one of our new 3E Series tractors, it's built the best way we know how. That's why they're smart investments. Especially now during deer season with great financing at your John Deere dealer. Now more than ever, nothing runs like a deer.
Visit your local John Deere dealer or go to johndeere.com to find the dealer nearest you.
Hey, Kim Boat Camper here. Miller Lite and Boat Camper Sports Bar and Grill have teamed up to turn boat campers into your March Madness headquarters. You can catch every game on our 55 high-def plasma TVs or enjoy the theater bar where you can see 4 different games without moving a muscle. $2 Miller Lite and MGD 64 bottles or $6.95 pitchers of the same. Plus, you know we always have the best specials in town. So get your hoops on at Boat Campers and enjoy Miller Lite MGD 64 at 1280 North Pine Island Road in Plantation. Come to Boat Campers and get into March Madness.
Everybody has credit card debt. How would you like to get rid of that debt in a day? You've probably got unwanted gold jewelry you never wear, a single earring, stuff you don't want. Why not cash it in? With the high price of gold, you could have hundreds or thousands in cash and not even know it. Cash for Gold is a direct refiner of precious metals. They cut out the middleman, which means more cash for you. Call Cash for Gold at 1-800-574-6775. Or open your player now and click the banner for a free return pack. Place your items in the pack and send it back to them. They'll send you cash within 24 hours of package receipt, and your jewelry is 100% insured. Call 1-800-574-6775. Or open your player and click on the banner to log on to cash4gold.com to order your free return pack and start making money for your gold and jewelry. That's cash4gold.com. Or simply open your player and click on the banner ad. Or call 1-800-574-6775.
This week is HD TV Week at all 7 South Florida CompUSA stores. Don't you dare pay more. Save $1,000 on Sharp 65-inch HD TV, now just $29.99. Save $600 on Sony's 52-inch 1080p HD TV, now just $13.99. Save $300 on the LG 37-inch 720p HD TV, now just $5.99. Go to CompUSA.com for the South Florida store near you.
QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Mannix tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida Sports League.
Maybe the heaters should hit the nightlife in Hotlanta. What do you think? Little Buckhead, little downtown, little underground. They were too well rested. They were two good boys. Go break curfew for good luck.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. We have Joe Rose, we have Jim Mandich, and we have Kim Bokamper.
A football town, your football station.
And South Florida's sports leader.
560 QAM.
Neil Rogers is my lover.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird. Professor Werner, well, a bird.
So which would you rather have first, the bird flu or the Schweinhund flu? That's my question.
Oh, man.
Good poll question. We'll save that for a rainy day. Sun is shining here, man. It's going to be 77 today. 79. Isn't that exciting?
No.
Why not?
More concerned with the weather here.
Well, why is that? Weather there is boring. It's the same every day.
Because I'm here, that's why. As boring as it might be.
Anyway, here's another one about that package. When you go to the post office with the info you have, they'll probably need to talk to the carrier, and he or she will most likely be out delivering, so you probably won't get an answer today. They will talk to the carrier, and most likely we'll have an answer for you tomorrow. Good luck. Yeah, I'll need it. Just what I needed was another assignment, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh. I'm just going to lay down on the floor and finish the show from the floor I was at.
Just lay on your back, Jack.
I could. This has got one of those long mic stands, you know?
Good.
Those flexible ones. I could actually lay down prone on the floor and do the show. Probably sound better, too. What do you think?
I don't know. Are you doing it now?
The fake Tom Jicka says in February, oh, this is pathetic. Talk about people. This is definitely Mr. Radio. Tom Jicka. Fake one. Radio groupie. All radio groupies need to be shot immediately, if not sooner. They need to be taken to Mexico and given a good, solid dose of the Schweinhund flu. In February 2009, talker Dick Farrell moved from low-power broker WPBR 1340 to low-power WSVU Seaview 960. 6 to 7 p.m.
Wow.
Listen.
Dick Farrell spy report?
6 to 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. 1 hour show, 4 nights a week. Is that making it to the big time or what?
I think all the oxygen just got sucked out of this room. Getting lightheaded.
I just want to say one thing.
This is the business we've chosen.
Bad choice.
Wow. A Dick Farrell spy report.
Yeah. See what I mean? Only the worst of the ultimate groupies would be talking about Dickie Farkle. How many people in the audience do you think have any idea who that is?
About 30, man.
Yeah, my ears are about to
10.
pop from the vacuum I find myself in right now.
What is it?
What?
Dickie Farkle. Another never was wannabe.
Oh.
Never was. Yeah. Then it'll leave you limp. This is the kind of great crap I get on my emails. Here's another one from Dana. Remember Dana, who's a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Some caustic thing about my voice. I'll print it out, though. It'll take a little extra time. 581 votes on the poll. And who's winning? Rush. Will make you puke if you saw him shirtless in a Speedo. 207. The Humper's a good, solid second, though, with 95. Really.
Rock solid.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, do you think the Big O is going to make... Maybe everybody ought to be tuned into the Big O at 2 because he'll probably give you a spy report about the big countertops over the weekend, or maybe not. Knowing that place, Clarence probably will sit him down. Not a word about this on the air now, you know. We don't want to piss off Jimmy Syphilitic and the organization. Dana says, hey, big guy, your cough sounds terrible today. You need something... Oh, I see.
Aren't you glad you printed that up?
A lewd... What? No, a lewd and lascivious, so, you know.
Yeah. I could use a lewd.
He's sick. Really sad. Keith says, I wanted... Oh, this is good. Now, you won't think it's good, and of course, the audience won't either, but I do. Because everybody's always saying, I got such bad taste in this and music, and I got bad taste, period. Although these cough drops taste good.
Okay.
These things have got, if you look under the ingredients, every kind of herb and flower and eucalyptus, just everything that's ever been invented, but the kitchen sink. And where did that expression come from? Everything but the kitchen sink.
Somebody explained that to us once, but I forgot.
Did they really?
Yeah, you got an email or a fax or something once upon a time.
And what did it say?
I forget.
I know. That's why I asked. Keith says, I wanted to let you know I was browsing the frozen food aisle for something new and came across the Stouffer stuffed green peppers. I hope they're not made by Vic Stouffer, the amateur race caller at Hollywood Park. God, is he awful. That is such an insult because the The general manager, or the owner of Hollywood Park, had a big contretemps with Trevor Denman, so he doesn't let him call the races at Hollywood Park.
Side, Real Hanover, backing off, racing fifth. Pembroke
It's Roger Houston screaming and puking at the Meadows.
6 and 2. He entered the lane first time, coming to the 3/8 mark. Got us as Justin with the...
Looks pretty nice there in Pittsburgh. Looks sunny and queer. Anyway, this guy came across the Stouffer's stuffed green peppers. I had heard you talking about them a few months ago, decided to try them out. They were really great. I added some shredded cheese to them and pigged out. Thanks for the recommendation, you demand. Say hi to George for me, please. Hi, George, from Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Love the friggin' show. Thank God for that.
Halfway home in 55
and 2, 29 flat in the second quarter. Yeah, blow it out your ass, Roger, you egotistical idiot. Crazy person. As they swing around the dern. I just don't understand. When Dave Johnson's on Thursday, remind me to ask him what kind of like a mental problem most race callers have.
Okay.
No, I mean, a lot of them are just like crazy people. I just don't get it. What are they trying? What's the point they're trying to make?
I don't know.
As they swing around the dern, D-U-R-N. Puke and yell, Roger.
On the outside.
Scream and puke.
Down the stretch they come. Artful Prince, Lightning Lane. On the outside, Eagle Flight. Coming to the wire. Real Hanover. Eagle Flight. Coming home. Real Hanover. Eagle Flight. Artful Prince. 1:52 and 1.
Wow. Frank in St. Pete says, to show you how I really have no life, as I sit here at work and listen to you all morning, I'm writing down phonetically all of the Yiddish terms you use on the air. Being a goy, I usually, and he spelled that right, too. He didn't say being a goyim or some, bad grammar like that. You got it?
I got it.
Being a goy, I usually have no idea what most of the terms mean, while some I can kind of figure out, depending on how you use it. Last weekend, I went to a wedding of Jewish friend's daughter and an Italian boy. I took my list with me thinking that my Jewish friends could tell me the definitions of the terms I couldn't figure out. I was surprised when they could only figure out just a couple of them, like chazer. What?
Chazer.
I can't read the word.
Yeah.
Something means trash or garbage. Oh, chazerai. And goy means not a Jew. I was surprised they didn't know the word farbison or the term coxahois. You ought to see how he spelled it. Two of my favorite terms he used. What do these mean? Farbison means bitter. And coxahois means take a good dump. Take a crap. So there are many dialects of Yiddish. Or what language do you all learn? Yeah, we go to Yiddish school and we all learn.
That's right.
How about adding a glossary on your website? Hi to Neil Freak Janice in Tampa, says Frank in St. Pete. Yeah, isn't that where we learn? We go to Yiddish school.
Yep.
Yiddish is a language you pick up from your parents and your grandparents, and that's probably vanishing. All the old Jews are dying off, like Hyman Roth. He met an untimely end at the airport. That was Miami International, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yes.
Where he got shot?
That was at the airport, right, in Miami.
Poor Hyman Roth.
It's like they couldn't have waited a little bit longer,
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel. What a line, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a true story.
No, it's not.
That line? Didn't we get that?
Well, what do you mean it's supposed to be a true story? What does that mean?
Meyer Lansky made that...
Meyer Lansky said we're bigger than U.S. Steel?
Yeah, to somebody somewhere. Maybe he said it in the bathroom.
Maybe he was talking about Luca Brasi. He was bigger than anything. Larry says, Neil, last Friday there was a letter to the editors about radio, and they had your picks there from 1989. I don't know if you were advised about this Friday, because I was on a plane when I saw it. A letter to the editor about radio. Well, where was it, Larry? Maybe that would help. He's probably talking about that thing from Newsmax.com, that right-wing piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Where else would this have been?
Trying to think.
Think.
I don't know.
Put your thinking cap on. I'll tell you one thing. We got an hour and 6 minutes to kill. And we got really a dearth of emails from the people out there in Radio Land. Really bad. They've been really good so far the first 3 hours. Shocked the hell out of me. I'm amazed we made it this far. Aren't you? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Here's the answer to everything but the kitchen sink from Paul. I can't read these. I think I'm going blind, so I'm printing them out. Oh, and Mike Johnson also has a thing, everything but the kitchen sink. I'll print them both out, and then we'll mix and match. We'll see which one's got the Tony, okay? In fact, isn't there a thing, maybe it's at Jackson's Ice Cream Parlor. Don't they call it the kitchen sink?
They do.
Am I right?
The kitchen sink Sunday, that's right.
Yeah. And it's got everything in there. They got, oh, my God, every kind of ice cream you could imagine, and whipped cream and cherries and mung. Whatever happened to all those health food joints, like the Unicorn and something among the flowers, whatever that place used to be called? Remember there used to be all those health food restaurants? I think that fad went out. Now we have unhealthy places.
That's right.
Paul says, just a quick interweb search gave me this answer. And Mike sent me the same one. Comes from World War II, everything but the kitchen sink. When everything possible was used to contribute to the war effort, all metal was used for the U.S. arsenal. The only objects left out were porcelain kitchen sinks. Does anyone still have a porcelain sink? Not in the kitchen. In the back room, but not in the kitchen, right?
I don't know. Maybe they do.
And what if they do?
Right. What's it to you?
Everything but the kitchen sink. I don't know what that. I still don't get it. Do you?
Yeah, I do now.
All the metal was used for the U.S. arsenal?
Right. I give up everything but the kitchen sink. You can keep that. It's porcelain.
Okay. Don't say this isn't an educational show. Let me tell you, we learn something every day.
That's right. Infotainment.
Like we should have stayed home.
Well,
here
we go again. On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Hello, I'm your eyes. And I'm your nose, with something very important to discuss with you this allergy season.
That's right. Nels and I, we both suffer from seasonal allergy symptoms, so we want to be treated together.
That's why we want you to ask our doctor about Veramist nasal spray. Prescription Veramist, fluticasone furoate, is one medicine that's FDA approved to treat both seasonal nasal
and seasonal eye symptoms in patients 12 and older.
Veramist treats me when I'm runny, stuffy, itchy, and sneezing.
Plus, treats my watery, itchy red eyes. Veramist is one medicine approved to treat all that.
For best results, use once daily. Side effects may include nosebleed, nasal sores, or nasal fungal infection. Eye problems, including glaucoma or cataracts, may occur, so have regular eye exams. Results may vary. Maximum benefit may take several days. Don't spray in eyes.
Tell it, nose.
All together now.
Veramist for our seasonal nasal and eye allergy symptoms. One for all.
To learn more, talk to your doctor. See our ad in health. Call 8669-VERAMIST or visit veramist.com.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor, and working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth joined me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Mannix tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM. Jim Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's sports leader.
We have moved beyond the realm of hot start and into the realm of this is a very, very good baseball team.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Most of their clothes. 560 QAM.
Look at all the cars. Lots of colored cars. Now, there's a blue one. Isn't it pretty? Ooh, look how fast that red one's going. It's red like that stop sign. Like my jacket.
This 38-year-old man may sound a little strange to you and me. But to his 2-year-old son who's interested in cars and colors, he makes perfect sense.
That's the sound cars make.
When you talk with your child, you build vocabulary, and learning starts long before school does. So follow their lead. Take simple everyday moments like eating dinner or just watching cars go by and turn them into learning moments.
Ooh, look, red car.
Yes, and it's moving awfully fast.
Blue car.
Yes, the man in the red car is about to meet the man in the blue car. Get himself a pretty pink ticket.
Turn everyday moments into learning moments. For more tips, go to bornlearning.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
You're listening to South Florida Sports Leader.
560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
It's the 1 to 2 hours.
Such a big mouth.
Bag girl goes to her knees, yeah.
The next thing I remember is having my knees in my ears.
The bag girl has pubes in her teeth, yeah.
You have something in your teeth.
Oh, my.
Little dip, shake around a bit, make them do a flip, then squeeze. Take a little dip, shake.
Thanks. Oh, my God, that's awesome.
I think I need to go get another tea bag here. What do you say?
All right.
Not. I don't want to drink too much of that stuff. Did you die?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
I said, all right.
I can't hear a word you're saying. That's probably because you're eating.
Okay.
Are you eating something?
No.
Why not?
I didn't bring
maybe
anything.
Jolly Joe and Norma Kent would bring you some lunch.
Yeah.
Larry says, call me stupid, not dumb. Okay, you're stupid, Larry. The letter of the editor was Friday, April 24, last Friday in the Scum Sentinel. Anybody see it? And let me ask you this. So my picture was in there, and what does that mean? What was the letter about? Wouldn't that be more interesting what the letter was about or what they said as opposed to my picture was there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be more interesting, Larry? Mike says, wrong end of the stick. Here's another origin of a stupid phrase. If you imagine the most disgusting origin, then you were right. It says, I've heard two explanations that vary slightly. One comes from the outhouse days when there were no flushing toilets, and the other dates back much earlier to the days of the Roman baths. Regardless, the outcome was the same. The person in the next stall may have asked for their neighbor to pass the stick instead of toilet paper, since that was yet to exist. The stick had a sponge on one end, and if the recipient grabbed the wrong end, they'd be getting the wrong end of the stick. Most definitely unpleasant. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. I take back whatever I said about Mike Johnson. That was sensational. Getting the wrong end of the stick.
Mm-hmm. That's not how we say it, but we're on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah. Latango Parada says, what kind of a name is that, Latango?
Made up.
Made up, that's right.
I have something. I don't know what that is.
Why, what's Parada?
I don't know.
Latango Parana? Could you have an on-air interview / conversation with a humper?
Hey, stupid!
No. I mean, we could, but we don't do that kind of thing. The only person I speak to on the phone once a year, or 3 times a year, Dave Johnson, before the Triple Crown races. We've been doing that for years. What, about 25 years?
Okay.
Maybe not that many, but at least 15 or 20 years. I know you and the Humper are good friends. I used to enjoy very much the crossover you both did when Hank was doing his show in the morning. I feel a lot of your listeners beside me would like to know what the Humper is doing, if he's still with ESPN. And if you can talk about it, how does the Humper feel about WQM and the way Joe Bell handled his contract? Now, I would have to ask him that?
Right.
How do you think he feels about the way Joe Bell handled his contract and treated him? Huh? God, what a question.
That was funny.
It was. I don't know. The last time I had any contact with a humper, well, no, I take that back. I had that dinner with him at Woodbine at that awful Willows joint that night. That's a long time ago. And then the other time was he called in one day about something. I forget what it was about. Remember?
Yep.
And that's it. See, these people assume that because we've worked on the same radio station or we're in the same business, that all of us are part of this one big fraternity. You got the wrong business. That's the jock fraternity.
Right.
I just had a sensational message there. I'm going to get some assistance at 2 o'clock. I'm going and searching for that package. Isn't that sweet?
That's very good.
Oh, George Sedano's agent is back, our close personal buddy. The fake agent, Tim Jones. Mr. Rogers, I caught part of your show this morning before I went into my meeting with Joe Bell and Norman Kent. I have some good news for you and George Rodriguez, but I can't reveal it at this time. Things are looking up for you and George. I also had a chance to talk with your current agent, Norman Kent. He had nothing but good things to say about you and George. I'm waiting on a reply from my last email in reference to my becoming, spelled wrong, your future agent. I haven't gotten any response from you as to what is the best time for you. Jorge Sedano's agent. Becoming with 2 M's. Oh, must be that stuck key again. It was the letter N that didn't work on the typewriter in Misery. I know that because I just seen it. Right?
Right.
She got that old used typewriter. And she got the wrong paper, and he sent her back into town to get the right kind of paper, and she got all porky about, well, anything else I can get for you, Mr. Man? I don't want to sound sexist, but every nagging bitch that's ever taken a whooping, a beating, she's the reason for it. I'm not justifying violence against women or anybody else, but I'm just saying there must be others like her out there. Can you imagine? Like your mom.
Yeah. She wasn't quite so fun.
Oh, the fake Larry King is back again. He must be Ethan Skolnick, because I keep getting all these references from Mr. Radio about Ethan Skolnick. I don't give a crap about Ethan Skolnick or his bowel movements. How do you like that? And neither does anybody else. It says, I listened to Ethan Skolnick and Larry Million on 640 WFTL. Oh, you're the one, Larry. Million, the Amigos Spanglish is so bad it makes the Big O sound like Walter Cronkite. They were saying Rene Geraldo and Rolly Martin on WQAM are a lot better than QAM's guys. Only one problem, no speak English. They kept calling Jimmy Syphilis Marty Cohen and making jokes about Jimmy's white hair. Larry Million will be doing a remote from Larry Million will be doing a remote from Sedano's in Westchester on Wednesday. Well, that's good. Let's promote all the appearances by all these other goofballs. Doesn't that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's this whole thing with these emails, it's like an out-of-body experience.
I'll say.
God. And now here's a whole bunch of other emails. How come you didn't finish the rest of that outtake or bumper going into commercial? Says Mark. What is that?
They want to hear more of that? Hey, I still have it.
No, we don't want to play any more of that. Oh, I have I see, I can't read that word. Remember the guy sent the Buner? He kept calling it Buner?
No.
That's what that means. I have a Buner.
Oh.
Oh, here's one from Henry Barrow, wine consultant and wine educator.
I gave him your email. Remember we were talking how come he doesn't email you?
What do you mean you gave him my email?
He said, let me get to the, I'll tell you what I mean. And he said, if I knew how to get a hold of Neil, and so I sent him your email address.
Well, how did he find your email address? You're a schmoozer, man. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
He found me on Facebook.
He found you on Twistbook?
Yes.
How embarrassing.
And he wrote me.
Well, wasn't that nice?
Yes, it was.
You want to see what he says?
Sure.
After the break?
Go ahead.
Oh, but this is great. This is pretty interesting, too. And his beautiful daughter is a drama teacher now at Gables High.
Oh, excellent.
And is chairman of the Fine Arts. She's a brilliant girl and really attractive, too. Great. I wonder who the real father was.
I'll ask Henry.
Just a joke, Henry. I always liked Henry.
Me too.
The only thing I said about Henry is the last time we saw him, he had ballooned up to about 800 pounds, and it was rather shocking.
I have just tasted your snapper.
When you work with somebody for for years and years, and then all of a sudden you haven't seen him for years, and he was a little chubby.
He had a wee bit of a punch.
Right. And then we see him the next time, and it looked like somebody stuck a bicycle pump up his ass.
Rectum.
Wow.
Oh.
So I guess he must have been doing a lot of whining and dining. Like Joey Carr would say, dining and dancing. If there was ever a more stupid spot, I forget what restaurant that was for, and it's probably just as well. The Joey Carr TV spot.
Mm-hmm.
Dining and dancing, and he's moving his hands like a puppeteer.
Like pantomime, you know what I mean? There, yeah.
Oh.
I remember those.
Joey Carr and his brother Steve Cohen. I wonder which one changed their name. 12 minutes after 1 at 560 WQAM. Neil's Half Price Deals are back, and this week we feature $50 certificates for half price, just $25 to Chef Pete Lombard's newest creation, Pete's Tuscan Hibachi Grill in Parkland, right next door to Pete's Cafe Belisera. Pete's Tuscan Hibachi Grill is the most unique and family-fun restaurant anywhere, featuring the finest Italian food cooked right in front of you, hibachi style. That's right, hibachi style. They offer fantastic entrees like calamari steaks, Italian sausage, peppers and onions, fresh tuna, fresh scallops or fresh salmon with grilled portobellos, plus sirloin steak tips and sirloin steak tips pizziola with peppers, mushrooms, and onions. And Pete's Tuscan Hibachi Grill features great combos like steak tips and lobster tail and combos of about everything else on the menu. Pete's Tuscan Hibachi Grill, 7341 North State Road 7, just north of Hillsborough and Parkland, right next door to Pete's Cafe Belisera. Call 954-345-4999 or go to Pete'sTuscanHibachiGrill.com. Get set to buy $50 certificates for just $25, half price, this Thursday at noon on WQAM.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor. And working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Manich tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie's Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Wayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM. Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida's sports leader.
Jimmy Johnson.
If you've got a franchise quarterback, you do whatever it takes to keep him on your football team, to keep him happy, to make sure that he understands that he's the guy.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours, thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor. Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM.
Thank you, and we're back. You know, when it comes to fighting crime, he's never going to roll over. He's McGruff the crime dog.
Roll over. You're okay, Joy.
Thanks.
And I got 2 words to make your neighborhood safer.
Uh-huh.
Coffee cake.
Ah, the old poison coffee cake trick. The cook takes a bite, falls down to the ground.
No, it's for your neighbors.
You want to poison your neighbors?
No, never.
Oh, thank goodness.
No, for 25 years, I've been given tips about preventing crime. One of them is to invite people over for a cup of coffee and share the problems you see on your street and what to do about them.
That's great.
You can invite your local police officer to help, too.
You know, I hear they're very fond of donuts.
No, that's just a myth.
Oh, well, I come to your doghouse with coffee cake in a safer neighborhood.
Now you're talking. You can cut down on crime by not just locking your door, but opening up to your neighbors.
Still, a 10-pound bundt cake dropped on a bad guy's foot could help.
It couldn't hurt. And going to weprevent.org for other tips could help, too.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Joe Rose Morning.
Holy smokes.
Jim Mandich afternoon.
Earthquake in Mexico City.
And you're home
The
with the
wrath of
Miami
God.
Dolphins.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
This is South Florida's sports leader.
Oh, my gosh.
560 QAM.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
Wow, I'm in the White House. The White House, white everywhere, except this wall is not white anymore. Hey, there's a nice old couch. I could tear that up. What does made in 1825 mean? Who cares? Where's some paper when you need it? I gotta drop off a steaming pile of change you can believe in. This'll work. Says legislation on it. I'm sure I'm not the first one to fill this with crap. Oh boy, after this I gotta break in the first leg and do some presidential humping. Oh wait, Mama Obama's toned arms. Let's go find those. Oh, and note to self, find out what Bill Clinton meant by White House bone smuggling. Yeah. Arf, arf.
Magnitude 6.0 earthquake reported 50 miles northeast of Acapulco. How do you like that?
All right.
They got the Schweinhund flu.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
All of these things.
Right.
All right.
Don't you think it's an act of God?
Probably B.O.
Probably what?
B.O. also. And B. Arthur.
The big O?
Rock solid.
He'll be on it, too, by the way, to give you the real poop. On whatever went on the weekend with that draft party.
Probably
his big.
Isn't allowed to say anything about it.
His big. Well, yeah, if
you
they
know how
let him
we
say
are.
anything. They'll probably come in and put their... Clarence will put his hand over his puss. Have you seen Clarence today?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Nothing. To me. Hi, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. What's he going to say to me?
Something about that clip we played.
Nobody said anything to me.
You
About
just
anything.
played it to get Clarence upset.
No, that's not why. I thought it was going to be amusing or exciting.
It wasn't. It was boring. It was much ado about nothing. If I would have heard it live, which I never would have, but if I would have heard it, I wouldn't have even paid any attention to it. And these people, oh, my God, did you hear what happened on the draft? Oh, my God, and Jimmy and Big O. Proving once again that the old expression
I have no life.
is right on, spot on. Here's the poll, 626 votes. I can't believe that. Which of these people would make you vomit and hurl the fastest if you saw them shirtless in a Speedo? Rush Limbaugh, 213. Kicking ass. The Humper, 97. Man Coulter, 63. Jim DeFetus, 51. Larry King, 35. Barney Frank, 28. Michael Moore, 27. Don Imus, 25. William the Refrigerator Perry, 16. He's been ill now. He's got some issues. When you weigh 6,000 pounds, you wind up with issues. H. Wayne Heisinger, 16. Mo Howard David, 12. Ellen DeGenerate, 12. Al Sunshine, 11. Howard Sperm, 8. Dave Game, 8. The Beast, 2. And Kimba Beaucamper has finally got a pair. The wooden statue, Kimba Beaucamper. You know who was conspicuously absent from the lineup, at least as I read it, for all that draft coverage on the station? I mean, hockey season's over. For the Panthers, anyway. By the way, how about them Rangers? Rangers choking and gagging. Rangers. All those big-mouth New York sports fans, man. Rangers. Took a whipping yesterday, and I loved it. And Friday night, Alexander Ovechkin scored a goal, the likes of which I don't think I've ever seen in my life. Went right through the two defensemen, put the puck right between the last defenseman's legs, and stuck it in the net. It was just a thing of beauty. Are you kvetching about Ovechkin? The Ranger fans are. A lot of kvetching going on. Oh, here's Henry Barrow's email.
Good.
I think I got the Schweinhund flu. He says, hi, Neil. Why would I think you'd let my former employer in any way influence my friendship with you? I guess it's an addiction, but I still send you and George on Fridays when you're out playing. What does that mean?
I still listen to you, and George on Fridays when you're out playing.
Oh, I see. Sounds like you've made it up there in the frozen north. My daughter Tracy is now the drama teacher at Coral Gables High School and is chairman of the Fine Arts Department. You hear the sirens again? Oh. Her name is now Tracy Barrow Schoenblatt. She has a fantastic 3.5-year-old son named Jack with 2 Ks. He has so much fun and is going to be tall like his father. We kept him for 3 days while Tracy took her students to Tampa for the straight drama contest last week. I'm exhausted. I hear you talk about how fat I must be. Last year lost 35 pounds, and I'm lighter than I've been since I was in my 30s. I am old, 73 on June 6th, but healthy and having fun with life. Well, good. My only regret is that I didn't go into the wine business earlier in life. Hope you're feeling well and enjoying your life. You are one of the good guys on radio. Well, thanks, Henry. There you go. Another one of the good guys.
Nice guy.
See, I never had a problem with Henry, and you're trying to make, like, you know.
Okay.
No, it's just a joke. Why are you so uptight?
Okay.
Next thing you'll be saying that I say things on the air and pretend that you said them. Oh, look at this. Magnitude 5.8 quake shakes tall buildings.
On the streets, basically just evacuating and just taking precautions.
And you were giving me an idea, even though they felt it in Mexico City. Give us an idea of exactly where they believe, at least, the epicenter for this thing was.
So if you can follow me here, we have a map of Mexico. The epicenter took place right here. When you see this, this was in the state of Guerrero, which is it's Acapulco, which is a huge tourist spot. It's about 50 miles south. About 145 north of that epicenter, you have Mexico City, and they did feel a very strong shake there. If you can see, like some of the pictures we're getting from TV Azteca, people just basically left their buildings. They were out on the street. I mean, you already have the city on very high alert because of the epidemic situation going on in the country.
But they felt it as far up as Mexico City.
Yes, Mexico City.
We have seen at least some of the videos. Some of the quickest video we could get was out of Mexico City. But what do we understand? Even though, you know, it was a little ways away from this epicenter, what's the situation like in Mexico City just in regards to this earthquake? Are they evacuating? Any buildings damaged?
Right now, everybody... Mexico City sees a lot of tremors and earthquakes. So, I mean, they're very prepared for the situation. People knew where to go. They have plans in action. So everybody went to their meeting point quickly, is what we're hearing from TV Azteca. So it was very organized. It wasn't chaotic at all.
Well, thank God for that. Don't they have enough tourists already with that damn Schweinhund flu? And now they got to deal with a freaking earthquake? I don't know. I don't understand. God has got bad aim. Don't the Mexicans already have enough problems as it is?
I imagine.
I know one, and he sure as hell does. Mexicans have got more than enough to deal with without Schweinhund flu and now an earthquake. The Lord, you know, the same thing with New Orleans, man. All them poor schwarzers there in New Orleans that were living like garbage, and God aimed that damn hurricane, that Katrina, right up their ass. The Lord. Isn't that the same God that invents all these damn things?
That's the one.
Like, where did the Schweinhund flu come from, huh? Pigs. Who invented pigs? God. Puerco. Oh, here's one from the dead Rick Weaver. I think I left a flask with some soda in it at the Orange Bowl. It's under the desk at the booth. Could you have someone look around for it and send it up, or just bring it to you when you come next week? Oops, not supposed to leak that. Thanks and take care. See you soon, Rick Weaver. That's Mr. Weaver to you, it says. That's cute. Mark, you need help, Mark. Sorry if I'm being an ass, he says. You are. Oh. What he wants to hear, and it's got nothing to do with the thing that I played. He says, into commercial you play the soundbite, oh, Neil, but you don't finish the end part where he says, my queen God.
Oh, Neil, my queen God.
Yeah. The other one's got nothing to do with that, Mark. Oh, I don't know which is more exciting, that or that thing about the picture of me in the Sun Sentinel. Which one did it for you?
That thing we played earlier with that supposed spat that wasn't one.
Yeah, that did it for me. Killed some good time. Give me a chance to go out there and make some damn hot chamomile tea. Now, what tea is the best tea for sore throats and colds and flu and stuff?
Hot tea.
No, but which one? There's 8 million different kinds of tea. Is it like green tea or?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that because, you know, the people that like the herbal teas are going to say, oh, no, it's this stuff, it's the celestial this and that. Hot.
Hot?
The one that tastes good to you is the best one.
Well, none of them really taste all that good unless you load it up with Splenda.
How about nice
and
Earl
the Splenda's
Grey?
like 100 years old, so its potency is kind of like limited.
How about Earl Grey? It's kind of a...
Oh, no, that Earl Grey is... Oh.
It'll clear up your sinuses there.
It will?
I don't know.
Earl Gay? I wonder if Jimmy Syphilitic endorses Earl Gay. Can you imagine all the showers that Jimmy took in the locker room with those Dolphin teams?
No.
I bet you he even saw David Woodley rest in peace naked. Look at this. Talk about this is the business we have chosen. Marv Albert must choose between football and pay cut. We're in a frickin' depression. You know that? Haven't I told you that? It's not a recession. We're in a depression. I don't want to say somebody manufactured it, but nevertheless, whether you believe it's legit or not, we're in a depression. Earthquake in Mexico, Schweinhund flu. Newspapers, radio, TV.
The sky is falling.
126 at 560 WQAM. I've been telling you guys for weeks now about the wonders of a house wall garage system. Add value to your home and get organized at the same time with a house wall garage system. Now, just for my listeners, Housewall's got an offer you can't refuse. Call now. They'll include up to 420 square feet of polyvinyl flooring installed absolutely free. You heard right. That's $2,600 worth of coin-textured, durable flooring, all on the house. Housewall, that is. Plus, it's so easy to get their system installed, you don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. They'll move everything out of the garage, install your new system, and then put everything back in for you. And when they're finished, they'll even dump your junk for you. Housewall allows you 12 months to pay interest-free, and they back it all up with a lifetime warranty. So what are you waiting for? Call today, 866-345-WALL. That's 866-345-9255. Let me say it again, 345-9255, and take back your valuable garage space so you can put your car back in the garage. Call today to set up a free, no-obligation home evaluation. A Housewall garage system will not only organize your garage, but it'll beautify your home at the same time while increasing its value. Call Housewall now, 866-345-WALL. That's 866-345-9255, because Housewall does it all.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
Hello, I'm your eyes. And I'm your nose, with something very important to discuss with you this allergy season.
That's right. Nels and I, we both suffer from seasonal allergy symptoms, so we want to be treated together.
That's why we want you to ask our doctor about Veramist nasal spray. Prescription Veramist, fluticasone furoate, is one medicine that's FDA approved to treat both seasonal nasal
and seasonal eye symptoms in patients 12 and older.
Veramist treats me when I'm runny, stuffy, itchy, and sneezing.
Plus, treats my watery, itchy red eyes. Veramist is one medicine approved to treat all that.
For best results, use once daily. Side effects may include nosebleed, nasal sores, or nasal fungal infection. Eye problems, including glaucoma or cataracts, may occur, so have regular eye exams. Results may vary. Maximum benefit may take several days. Don't spray in eyes.
Tell it, nose.
All together now.
Veramist for our seasonal nasal and eye allergy symptoms. One for all.
To learn more, talk to your doctor. See our ad in health. Call 866-9-VERAMIST or visit veramist.com.
QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Manich tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shoeless Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Sheila's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie's Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor. And working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM. Jim Mandich is on.
South Florida sports leader.
Maybe the Heaters should hit the nightlife in Hotlanta. What do you think? Little Buckhead, little downtown, little underground. They were too well rested. They were two good boys. Go break curfew for good luck.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours, thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor. We focus on local sports talk. That's why we are South Florida's sports leader.
560 QAM.
Holy cow, Aaron's coming. Well, congratulations. Get a life.
This is American economy.
Appalling with a capital A. Absolutely ghastly, dreadful. Abysmal with a capital A. Horrible. Yes, it is.
I'm dying over here.
Schweinhund flu, baby. 131 at 560 WQAM. I didn't get any more tea because I don't want to overdo it.
Okay.
Actually, I need some. Either that or here's George.
No.
Rudy says Starbucks Tazo Green Ginger Tea is the best for killing a cold. The ginger is the bomb. Thanks for the laughs. Take care, my friend. P.S. Hi, George. Great show. Says Rudy. Tazo Green Ginger. I'm not going to Starbucks, okay? Do you go to Starbucks?
Sometimes.
I can't afford it. I'm going to go to Tim Hortons. The fake Tom Jick is back. Sends me this article. Unless Marv Albert wants to take a major pay cut, his 6-year run as play-by-play voice of Monday Night Football on Westwood One Radio is over. You know who used to do Monday Night Football and did a hell of a job on Westwood One? Him. Marvelous's contract, worth about $500,000 a year, expired. And Westwood One, which has undergone major financial restructuring, is in severe cost-cutting mode. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. The suits there are looking to whack Albert's salary in half, maybe more. Industry spies say Albert's initial reaction was to nix the $250,000 plus trimming, but you never know, our Stooley said. When he looks at the deal, and the fact is it's for 16 weeks, the playoffs and Super Bowl, maybe he decides to take what they're offering, especially in this economy. Sound familiar?
Yep.
Westwood One, pulling a financial rabbit out of its hat, recently was able to retain its NFL radio rights. Albert's contract expired in conjunction with the expiration of Westwood's last NFL contract. Norman Julius Boomer Esiason definitely will be back as Westwood's Monday Night Football analyst. His last contract, worth about $600,000 a year, according to well-embedded Westwood mole, stipulated if Westwood One kept the NFL package, Boomer would return to Blab. Oh, and wait till you see this. When you hear this, you're going to slide off the chair.
Let me put a seatbelt on.
With Albert's departure from Monday Night Football a distinct possibility, Westwood spies already are speculating about his replacement. The inside track is occupied by Ian the Bird Eagleton, or I can't read it. Kevin Screaming Hull Harlan. Ian Eagle. Two others generating interest are Wayne Larrivee, the radio voice of the Packers, and Bob Papa, the Giants radiocaster. Papa. Now here's the part.
Okay.
You strapped in real tight?
I am.
In Westwood One's case, the rotten economy is rolling play-by-play salaries back to the days before Albert joined the Monday Night Football team. The voice he replaced, Howard David, was making $150,000 per before Marveloso copped the gig. So Marv Albert was getting $500,000 a year. Howard David was getting $150,000. How do you like that?
Huh.
All I can say to that is, yeah. Wow. He was good at Monday Night Football on Westwood One, Mo. He really was. I know you're shocked.
No, I'm not.
Well, it's a topic that you know nothing about, so just as well, you know? Yep. You admit it. You don't like it. You don't want to know from it.
Right.
Stay away from it.
Nothing to do with me.
How many votes we got on the poll? We got 646. We might do 650 today. Wow, would that be a feather in my crap? Hearing that Howard David is offering to take the gig back for $100,000 a year, it says here. That's what the fake Tom Jicker wrote me. It's got a picture of Marv Albert there without the dress. What is it that he dressed up in? Well, that's old news, you know. In like a woman's underwear?
I don't know.
Hey, to each its own, that's what I say.
Sure.
Any guy that's not a pervert must be dead.
Right.
Yoshi Schmendrick is back. Aren't you excited? I didn't think you would be, no. He says, oh, my God, that was the worst argument between the Big O and the syphilis man. Damn, do I hate Jimmy. I don't even like the Big O, but sure wish he would have clocked Jimmy Limbaugh right between the eyes, or maybe in the balls, so he knocks him right out of the Dolphin booth where he doesn't belong anyway. Bring back Mo or even Bill Zimfer. I can't freaking stand that pompous ass. He is definitely the worst play-by-play, including Gildy. Go away, syphilis. I hate you and you blow, says Yoshi Schmendrick. How do you like that? Wow. I think during this break we better make some more tea.
Good plan.
You and me.
I'll go get some, too.
Well, you know you won't.
No, I won't.
Well, why not? It's too late.
I could. There's a box over here somewhere.
Too late to turn back now.
Big old box of Lipton.
The Dow's down 84 points. The economy's going to hell. The world is in a depression. Earthquake in Mexico today near Acapulco. We've got the Schweinhund flu that's sweeping the globe. Everybody's in a, everybody that sneezes, cover your nose and cover your mouth. Wash your hands a lot. The one thing they left out was to say a little prayer. Right?
Right.
All these Getchkis, man, all these Bible thumpers are always giving you, the power of prayer. Well, never been a better time to start praying than right now. I'm going to make tea. You pray, I'll make tea.
Here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QA.
You ever have one of those days where everything goes right? First, I get the best parking space at work. Tonight, I have a date with the very lovely Rachel. And today, I gave a killer presentation in Sydney. Finalized the contract in London and demoed our new product in Boston. Online, from my desk with WebEx. WebEx lets me take meetings and give presentations from my desk. I just talk to clients on the phone, and they watch what's happening on my desktop from their desktop. So I can travel the world and still be here for my date tonight with Rachel.
Travel less, meet online. Go to WebEx.com and try WebEx free. Just click the radio graphic and enter promo code 300 to get a free trial and a free retractable VoIP headset, too. Remember that code, 300, to qualify for the free VoIP headset. WebEx, now part of Cisco, used by over 5.5 million people every month. Give it a try, free. Go to WebEx.com and enter the promo code 300. WEBEX.com. Free headsets available while supplies last. Terms and restrictions apply. See website for details.
Boca Showcase Design introduces something that only you can truly appreciate. Right now, order a custom case from Boca Showcase Design to hold everything from family pictures to memorabilia and have the glass specially etched with the logo or design from your favorite NFL team. Boca Showcase Design is a custom-built showcase. You create the shape, style, size, even choose the wood. Then personalize it with the NFL etching you want. Call 561-393-8190 and learn more. 561-393-8190. Boca Showcase Design.
Oh, nuts. The power's out. And Angie and the kids are gone for the weekend. So let me... find a flashlight or... Okay, Angie nagged me to call in power generator so we'd have power in case of an emergency. And this would be... that emergency.
And Power Generators helps keep your food cold, your medication safe, and your family secure. Call 305-654-0005 today. 305-654-0005. See the light. Empower Generators. Now, you can get both a sensational smile that gets everyone's attention and a $500 gift card for holiday shopping. Simply call the office of Dr. Douglas Goldberg at 954-346-1075 and discover the wonders of affordable dental implants. Dr. Goldberg is an experienced and expert cosmetic and restorative professional. Call 954-346-1075 today. 954-346-1075. An incredible smile at an unbelievable price. That's Dr. Douglas Goldberg. Have you been thinking? Have you really been thinking for a while that something is blocking you from achieving the goals and ambitions you've been striving for? Well, now it's time to consult with Dr. Catherine Waltz. Dr. Waltz knows it's about using tools to help you get on the right path. When you choose to meet with Dr. Catherine Waltz, a licensed clinical hypnotherapist, you put 28 years of experience to work for you. Dr. Waltz specializes in the fun, pleasurable, effective procedures for both men and women that help them to accomplish changes faster and achieve immediate results. And it's not achieved by lying down, having someone ask you, how does that make you feel? Dr. Waltz knows Healing Works is not limited to 50-minute hours. You'll get the time you need each session so you can experience immediate results and observable changes. Something is blocking you from achieving the goals and ambitions you've been striving for. Well, now it's time to consult with Dr. Catherine Waltz. Dr. Waltz is a licensed clinical social worker and hypnotherapist. Call today, 954-801-4101. 954-801-4101. Call now.
Call me when you get there. Don't forget to eat your veggies.
You love your mom, so Walmart with MoneyGram is rolling back the price of sending her money to just $8 outside the U.S. Just $8 on amounts up to $200 to countries such as India and the Philippines. Only at Walmart. Save money. Live better. Walmart. In addition to the transfer fee, MoneyGram also makes money when it changes your dollars to foreign currency. Licensed as a money transmitter by the New York State Banking Department. Only at Walmart with MoneyGram until 7/27/09.
Miami Dolphins and Miami Hurricanes play on South Florida Sports Leader.
560 QAM.
Oh, gee, and I just got back with the damn tea.
It is so hard.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Hello?
Hello, I was calling about the wabbits you have for sale in the paper.
Okay.
What kind of wabbits are they?
Okay, I have some lops.
Yeah?
And I have some lops, some spotted lops, and some solid color lops.
Oh, wonderful.
And I have a straight-eared doe, and I have two dwarfs.
A widow dwarf?
They're small rabbits.
Oh, okay. We have a farm, and we like to play with the wabbits on a farm. You wouldn't happen to have any, like, little wabbit handcuffs?
Any what?
Little handcuffs for the wabbit?
Handcuffs?
Yes.
No, sir, I never heard of them. What,
Well, we use them when we hunt them on the farm. We like to hunt the wabbits. And we take them and nail them to a tree by their ears and then skin them alive.
There what?
Hello?
No, if that's what you're going to do with these rabbits, sir, I couldn't say you a rabbit.
We have a little game we play called All Rabbits Must Die.
No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. I wouldn't say you a rabbit for $50.
I like to hunt the rabbit.
Well, that's okay. You go out in the wild and you hunt rabbits, but these aren't for kill.
I like to put them in a little pen and then hunt them down unmercifully.
No, sir, I'm sorry. Couldn't say you a rabbit.
Sometimes we even spear them through the head with a rusty water.
Poor little wabbit. 142 at 560 WQAM. Earthquake in Acapulco. Schweinhund flu. Circling the globe. And what are we worried about? The draft.
Well, what else is there?
I'm going to sneeze. But you notice?
What?
Dry.
Good.
I'd say I'm about 95% over this crap.
Good.
And then this is a bad time to be having a crap because, stupid people right away, I got the swine flu, like that. Right, panic people. And, of course, if you're into the media, they keep you on edge all 24/7. That's how they make their living. Keep the world, like the George Bush motto, keep them scared. The war on terror. The war on terror. All these terrorists, they're out there to get you, man. Under every bed, there's another terrorist, especially in Toronto. Now, Paulie, whoever he is, sent me a pretty interesting thing a couple days ago. In fact, this goes all the way back to last Tuesday. And I didn't know how to use it, but since we got a couple minutes to kill here, a list of Jewish people who changed their names when they converted to thespianity. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, very cute.
He says, I know you have a stage name as well, but some of these names. And I have a stage name only because B. Helfer is not a name that anybody would remember on the radio.
Who?
Exactly. And what could be more Jewish than Neil Rogers?
Right.
I'm going to go down this list. And some of these people I had no idea were Jewish.
How do you like that?
Like Charles Bronson. Did you know that?
No. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. How do you like that? Charles Bronson is Jewish? Did we ever get to think about Phil Spector on here? I know I put it on the website.
You did.
And he got convicted at the retrial?
You did. I saw it.
Joey Adams, real name, Joseph Abramowitz. Eddie Albert, didn't know he was Jewish. Oh, I wouldn't have dreamed that. Eddie Heimberger.
Wow.
Woody Allen, Alan Koenigsberg. Lauren Bacall, Joan Persky. Jack Benny's real name was Benny Kubelski. Milton Berle, Milton Berlinger. I knew those. Ernest Borgnine, his real name was Ephron Borgnine. I wonder if Ephron in Baton Rouge is hearing that. Think?
I'm sure he is.
Don't know too many Ephrons. George Burns, Nathan Birnbaum. Oh, that's one of my favorite names in the world, Jewish or otherwise. Birnbaum. Don't you love that?
Mm-hmm.
It's right up there with Rabinowitz and Schwartz. Joan Blondell, Rosebud Bluestein.
Wow.
Joyce Brothers, Joyce Bauer. I wonder if she was kin to Papa Bauer. I got to blow my nose now. This is bad.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What'd you say there?
What?
Go ahead.
That's what I said.
Go ahead. Oh. Well, I'm more inspired when he says it, with all due respect.
Oh, please.
Mel Brooks, Melvin Kaminsky. Joey Bishop, Joey Gottlieb. Charles Bronson, Charles Buczynski. Rona Barrett, Rona Bernstein. Rona Barrett. Oh, my God. Sid Charisse, Tula Finkley. Tony Curtis, Bertie Schwartz. Everybody knew that, Bernie Schwartz.
Okay.
Joan Crawford, Lucille Lasser. Joan Crawford was Jewish? Oh, my God, you got to be kidding me. Did you know that?
Nope.
Not only didn't I know it, I don't believe it. You believe it?
Why not? Why would they lie?
Beats me. It's a Jewish plot. Diane Cannon, Samil Friesen. I'm not going to be able to finish these 5 minutes. Unless I take another one of these damn cough assist Rexall.
Well, stop trying to read that list.
Wow.
Drink some tea instead.
Is God punishing me?
Yes.
Wow. I made it through almost the whole 4 hours. Congrats to me.
Trooper. You might need to be Heimlicked.
Yeah. No, it's just phlegm.
Nevertheless.
You think it's a big problem, but it's not. Wow. Joan Crawford, Lucille Lasser. Diane Cannon, Samil Friesen. Kirk Douglas, Isidore Dembski. Bob Dylan, Robert Zimmerman. That's before he found all those other religions.
I see.
Rodney Dangerfield, Jacob Cohen. Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Douglas Ullman. Joel Gray, father of Jennifer Gray. Joel Katz.
Stop trying.
Wow.
Man. Play a bit.
Why?
Because so that you can cough and drink some tea and get that out of your throat.
Elliot Gould, Elliot Goldstein. Zsa Gabor, Sarah Gabor. Zsa Gabor was Jewish.
How do you like that?
John Garfield, Jules Garfinkel. Judy Garland, Francis Gum. Paulette Goddard, Paulette Levy. Edie Gourmet, Edith Garmazano. That don't sound Jewish to me. She's married to Steve Lawrence, who's very Jewish. But Edith Garmazano sounds something. Italian. Julio, doesn't it?
Yep. Sounds like cheese.
See, it wouldn't have been fun today if I didn't have at least one episode like this.
I'll say.
Spread the word. He's got the Schweinhund flu. Cary Grant, Larry Leach. Lauren Green, Chaim Leibowitz. Oh, my God. Lauren Green was Chaim Leibowitz?
Wow.
Judy Holliday, Judith Tuvin. Leslie Howard, Leslie Stainer. Buddy Hackett, Leonard Hacker. Jill St. John, Jill Oppenheim. Danny Kaye, David Kaminsky. Alan King, Erwin Nieberg. Larry King, Larry Zeiger. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Louise, Tina Blacker, Ann Landers, Esther Friedman, Dorothy Lamour, Dorothy Kallmeyer, Michael Landon, Michael Orowitz, Steve Lawrence, Sidney Leibowitz, Hal Linden. Oh, you're going to die when you hear this. Hal Lipschitz.
Wow.
Jerry Lewis, Joseph Levitch. Carl Malden, Mladen Sekulovic. Ethel Merman, Ethel Zimmerman. Jan Murray, Murray Janowski. Walter Matthau, Walter Matasachansky. Sasky. It's got 400 letters.
Wow.
Lily Palmer, Maria Pizer. Jan Pierce, Pincus Perlmuth. Roberta Peters, Roberta Peterman. There are only a few more. I'm sure you're getting tired of these.
No.
Eleanor Parker, Ellen Friedlob. Joan Rivers, Joan Molinsky. Tony Randall, Sidney Rosenberg. Sidney Rosenberg. Did you hear that as Tony Randall?
Wow.
Wow. Edward G. Robinson, Emmanuel Goldenberg. Dinah Shore, Fanny Rose. Shelley Winters, Shirley Schrift, and Gene Wilder, Jerome Silberman. Is that shocking or what? Joan Crawford was Jewish? I don't believe that. Can you believe it?
I can believe it. She was in show business, wasn't she?
Is that what it's all about? You have to be in show business? You have to be Jewish?
No, just if you are, you are.
I'm saving that for a rainy day. I'm saving that for the next time I can't speak. Well, it's a damn good thing I made me another cup of hot tea to get me through these last 90 seconds or so. What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just getting some sympathetic.
Well, you know how frustrating it is when you got to talk.
No question.
And the Lord is infecting me with this Schweinhund flu or whatever this is. God. It just hangs on, like you said, it waxes and wanes and waxes and wanes. It hangs on tenaciously. What if I croak right on the air? Would that be good?
Wow, that'd be 10 shares.
Get a big number.
Maybe 20.
Oh, here's Jimmy Syphilis again. Manny tells me you're still taking shots at me. I've already requested Orlando removed from future broadcasts. You're next. If you keep it up, I'll see to it the organization is aware of WQM's lack of compliance. Josh and Joe will not like this. P.S. Thanks for the mention of the Miami Rescue. No, I don't promote other people's charities and stuff. Promote it yourself. You got the big audience over there, Mr. Big Shot. Promote it on your fascist station, okay? You right-wing sellout. You loser. You total...
You fairy.
Faker. Jimmy Syphilitic. We better watch it, though, because the organization is going to be made aware of all of my intemperate behavior. Then we'll be in big trouble. Oh, I think that's it. I think I made it, barely.
Good. You're listening to Neil Rogers.
Well, here we go again.
On South Florida's Sports Leader, 560 QAM 360. What to do and where to go.
Join the Mad Dog Jim Mannix tomorrow from 4 until 7 at Shula Steak 2, located at 6842 Main Street in Miami Lakes. Come hang with Jim while he does his show live and you toss back a few green lizards and feast on Shula's awesome food. Plus, you could win some cool QAM prizes. Join WQAM this Thursday night from 9 until midnight at Tootsie's Cabaret for a night of fun and adult entertainment. The lovely Tootsie's girls will keep you entertained while you win QAM prizes. Plus, check out the Tootsie Sports Room to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Tootsie's Cabaret, located on the corner of US 441 and Miami Gardens Drive.
For more information on these and all other promotions and appearances, log on to WQAM.com.
Black is back on South Florida's sports leader.
Here's Dwayne Wade. Oh, my! Cleared for takeoff, and takeoff he did.
Keep up with the Miami Heat playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks here on 560 QAM.
Hey, South Florida, this is Jason Taylor. And working with our area youth is one of my favorite activities and the primary focus of the Jason Taylor Foundation. Thanks to the support of Publix, the Garth Brooks Foundation, Old Spice, Wade's World Foundation, and the City of Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 underserved area youth join me at my Impact Football Camp for 2 days of sun, fun, and football. Their generosity made a lasting impact on these deserving kids. For more information on how you can contribute to the South Florida youth, please visit www.jasontaylorfoundation.org.
Jim Mandich is on
South Florida's sports leader.
Jimmy Johnson.
If you've got a franchise quarterback, you do whatever it takes to keep him on your football team, to keep him happy, to make sure that he understands that he's the guy.
Weekday afternoons 4 to 7, 560 QAM. Log on to WQAM.com and check out Strip Down Sports. It's hot chicks getting naked. Well, almost naked. Get Out of Bounds, a collection of videos with one goal, to make you laugh. It's the next best thing to hot chicks taking their clothes off. Well, most of their clothes. 560 QAM. Hey, go click on Strip Down Sports. Taken with Viagra, it ensures that you will not get up from your desk for at least 4 hours, thus making for a productive workday. After 4 hours, call your doctor.
Look at all the cars. Lots of colored cars. Ah, there's a blue one. Isn't it pretty? Ooh, look how fast that red one's going. It's red like that stop sign. Like my jacket.
This 38-year-old man may sound a little strange to you and me. But to his 2-year-old son who's interested in cars and colors, he makes perfect sense.
That's the sound cars make.
When you talk with your child, you build vocabulary, and learning starts long before school does. So follow their lead. Take simple everyday moments like eating dinner or just watching cars go by and turn them into learning moments.
Ooh, look, red car.
Yes, and it's moving awfully fast.
Blue car.
Yes, the man in the red car is about to meet the man in the blue car. Get himself a pretty pink ticket.
Turn everyday moments into learning moments. For more tips, go to bornlearning.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number. And get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
We know South Florida sports.
That's why we are South Florida's sports leader. 560 QAM.
It's Dave, Miami town, at 560 WQAM. Once there was a senator who was caught indulging a habit. A boogeroo, not much different like a typical neocon faggot. Hands up to Larry, we all thank you for giving writers something funny to do. You're looking for guys who make you go, aye, aye, Larry Craig, thank you. Tapping your shoe. News stories last a few days, but you refuse to go away. Republicans are primarily gay. Hands off to Larry with cheeks up high. We all invite you to inhale our fun.
Rectum.
The neocon ride. To insert and go, aye, aye, oh. Larry's taking no crap when he's tapping his shoe.
Gay, 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 I never have been gay. Gay, 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 I never have been gay.
Hands off to Larry, he wants to stay, but his own party wants him to go away. The religious right wants him to say, bye, 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 bye. Larry Craig will spread his legs for you. He wants a man to screw.
You fairy.
And any guy will do.
All right.
Bye, bye, bye.
You're listening to South Florida Sports Leader.
560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This station stands for nothing.
I know that, Mr. Man.
Hey, it's the Big O Show. Hey, it's the Big O Show.
pick in the 2009 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Vontae Davis, defensive back, Illinois.
With the 44th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Pat White, quarterback, West Virginia.
Really feel like we got better today. You know, as you well know, the draft is a process. And throughout the process, what you're trying to do is you're trying to add good football players to your roster that want to compete and help you win. Sometimes they fall the way you want them to fall, and sometimes they don't. But today, we got some good players. They fell for us in the right places. Feel real good about the guys we got.
Welcome aboard. Yes, sir. Time to rock and roll till 4 o'clock. That's when the Mad Dog will take over. It is the Big O Show. Day after draft weekend, Dolphins, where do you stand? Do you like where Miami is at right now after the weekend and after adding a few players to their roster? Now, there's a lot of things to talk about. We've got the Heat and the Hawks tonight at the American Airlines Arena, a game that will start off at 8 o'clock. How about Jermaine O'Neal, brother? Huh? That's the Jermaine O'Neal they traded for. Man, it's nice to see that the last 2 games. That's been awesome watching the Heat and the Hawks. Marlins have lost 6 in a row. And then, of course, I'm sure we'll talk a ton about the draft. And obviously, I'll share my point of view. If you didn't listen during the weekend, if you only heard a little bit of it, and we appreciate whatever part of our coverage you were able to hear throughout the weekend. But the way I'm looking at this draft, okay, last year I was in love with the draft right from the get-go. This year, I'm just going to take a cautious approach. That's the way I'm looking at it. Did they address needs by getting, corners? Of course. Did they address needs by getting a couple of receivers and maybe special teamers? Yes, they did. Did they address the need by getting an offensive tackle? Of course, they did. There's no doubt they addressed needs. Here's my concern, okay? Vontae Davis is a very talented player, the most talented corner in this draft. Physically, has more gifts, okay, than any other corner out there. Better than Malcolm Jenkins, who was taken earlier than he was. Jenkins is just a better player right now. He's a better football player. And my concerns, I know you took Vontae, and listen, my priority at that point would have been Hakeem Nicks. I think he was the best player on the board. Okay? Do I trust these guys? Of course I trust these guys. Of course I give them the benefit of the doubt. But I can't sit here and just say, okay, whatever they do, there's nothing wrong with it, and they'll never miss, and they'll never make a wrong decision again because nobody's perfect. And you can question anything you want. It's your opinion. It's a free country. And that's why when I look at the Vontae Davis pick, I say it's a questionable pick. Questionable with character. Now, if this kid grows up, matures here in Miami, then I think you're going to have the best cornerback in the draft this year.
They're going to run down on special teams and knock someone's head off.
Exactly. And get a guy that will start opposite of Will Allen and get a player that's going to help you for a long, long time. Now, why am I concerned? Well, there's a little bit of a track record with his brother, who has been a complete bust. And what was Vernon Davis? 8th overall or something along those lines?
7.
And obviously, character was an issue with Vernon Davis. And so far, it's proven that he's been quite a, load to deal with and hasn't been successful. And this guy's related. And so that's my concern. Is my concern his talent? No.
I cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Exactly. Those are the things that I'm concerned about with Vontae Davis. Is the potential there? Of course the potential's there. But we've also seen throughout the years, not just on this team, but all 32 teams in the NFL, teams take chances on players with ability and yet character issues. That is my concern right now for